Welcome, everybody, to the Myth Podcast. This is episode number 22. Today, we'll be continuing our historical retrospective series and celebration of Myth's greatest tradition, the Myth World Cup. In this episode, we'll be covering the Myth World Cup 2016 finals. I am GKG. I'm joined by my co-host Asmo, and we're also joined by special guest Ephemeral, aka HMP. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thanks.
So, F, you are the only one in this match. Asmo and I are not in this match. So, what?
I show up like the last few games.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay, gotcha.
I got to get the free ring.
Okay, okay. So, Asmo, were you on the team officially, or are you like subbing, or what?
No, well, sort of. So 2016 was a strange year. I was originally on a team, and then there was sort of a boycott, and there was like alternative Mythril Cup finals, and I sort of dropped out of Mythril Cup. And then at that point, I think Limp added like 40 players to his team. And I happened to be one of the names on that list, so not really, but sort of.
Wait, sorry if I missed it, but yeah, I think I remember this. Like, they're having serious attendance issues, and then like he just added a bunch of people. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but he
Okay.
definitely
I think he just added a bunch of people from the start.
did it.
I don't think we ever had attendance issues really. We kind of had like a rotating squad of people though.
Gotcha. Yeah, this roster looks interesting. I know this. I look at this roster and it kind of has like it feels like the precursor to the 2020
The
roster.
2020, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Kind of got the
think
same vibe.
pretty much. I think like Ghengis didn't show up until like near the end of the tournament. I'm not sure about Gekko. I think Eastwind and Kroon were kind of sporadic. But there were a whole bunch of people on the team, like Flatline and like Asmo said, there were like 30 people on the team.
So to be clear, Limp was the organizer and team captain. I assume strategist as well. Like everything. This was his team. Is that right?
Yeah, we might have like done like occasional like going over strats, but I'm pretty sure he was doing like 90% of all the work.
Did I see Zach captain the last game? Was that like just because like the match was already over and they were just like dunking on the other team by letting Zach captain, or what?
That's exactly what it was.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Oh, that's funny. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll just briefly like discuss what was going on with me during this time. So, like, I'm not in these finals. I didn't form a team or anything. Um, as I recall, basically what happened was I believe 2015 was the last year Grim hosted. I could be wrong about that. Or maybe Paris hosted 2015 too. I can't remember exactly, but I know I was not too happy with Paris being in control of as TO. Paris and I are cool now, but at the time, Grim kind of like handed, and this is kind of some of the issues I had with Grim too. Like he like unilaterally kind of tried to like set the next hosting authority himself instead of letting it kind of be decided by the community more organically. And I guess Paris was an enthusiastic TO at the time, but there was some controversy about Paris in previous tournaments he hosted. I won't go into the details about it, but I wasn't like super thrilled by this. And also, like, I really just disliked this like top-down approach to TOing. Like, that was kind of the era that Grim came from, where there was a lot of teams in MWC, and you had this like more centralized authority for a TO who kind of like had bigger authority over the teams. But like as these later years kind of wore on, and it was right around this time period, we're getting down to MWCs with like 8 to 12 teams or something like that. Um, and like by far the greatest importance in my opinion, and I think in many others' opinions, is like the top 4 or so teams are like predominantly the most important. Um, I just I felt like there needed to be greater deference and decentralization of the authorities and TO organizing to put more power in the in the hands of those top 4 team organizers or captains, right? And so there's a little bit of a culture kind of battle. I'm sure I was acting a little bit like an immature child about it as well. I don't deny that, but I basically like kind of like what's the term, like I was like trying to like throw a little protest about it, right? It's like my own little hissy fit about it. And so I didn't participate, right? And instead I tried to like organize an alternative MWC series. So that was like the drama that went on here. There was an alternative quote unquote finals that was like a 3-match series, kind of like an all-star match style between 2 teams, that was like trying to compete with the MWC finals in this match here. So that's just some side drama with me going on. Other than that, I'm not a part of this, so you guys, can kind of like fill us in. Yeah, F, do you want to like add in kind of what else you kind of remember happening during this time period, if anything I missed?
It was kind of like a weird tournament structure. Like players were allowed to be on like 3 teams at
Oh,
once.
that's right. I totally forgot
We were
about
allowed to have
that.
like a primary and 2 secondary teams. So it was kind of like
Asmo, do you remember anything else going on this period around this time? Hang on, guys. My recording got screwed up. Just a sec. Let me fix it. Asmo, can you check the? Oh, actually, let me turn the stream back on. Oh shit! I'm having that same issue where the stream won't work anymore. Okay, it's gonna be recording only, I guess. Unfortunately. Let me make sure. Let me do one more test. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good now. The stream doesn't work, but we're good on the recording. That's fine. Um, yeah, I remember Yeah, Asmo, you had that other team Boomtown. So like, yeah, once your team got eliminated, then like there was another rule like allowing the teams from the eliminated teams to join the remaining teams. Is that right? Something
I
like
mean,
that. Or no, you're
er,
on you're allowed to be on 2 different teams. That's what happened, right?
uh,
Okay.
I mean, 3, yeah,
Three,
3, I
three
think.
even. Wow.
So,
Okay.
so I mean, like, I don't know. For me, it's like I get eliminated. Okay, whatever. My other two teams are in the finals. Like,
I guess
just
that's
like
one
don't
way of
lose
making
now.
the MWC more competitive. Like just let everybody play on every team, right? So that's funny. It kind of like just turns into an all-star match for the finals at that point, doesn't it? Like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's Rat King's team in this match is like the same team almost from 2015.
Okay, that's
And
right.
I think in 2017 even his team made the finals and it was similar too. So he had like the same type of team that was in the finals
Yeah,
3 years in a
yeah,
row.
yeah. This was the era of like these. I call them like WTC style because just mostly because Rawr was there. Like he's like from that WTC era, you know. Kind of reminds me of it. I don't know what else to call it, but yeah, just like the Rat King era of like multiple years just being finalists. So like what 20? What was not 2014? 2014 he was actually on my team, I think. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, 15,
15.
16, 17, right? Those 3 years. Then 18 they didn't make it, but then they started winning some around like 19, 20, 21. Yeah. He won like a couple of those. No, not 20. Yeah, 21 and 20,
19,
19 and
21.
21. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that yeah, I mean, when I look at this roster, it's like very, I mean, I almost can't imagine a more like BC oriented roster than when I look at Racking's team. I don't know. What do you think, Asmo?
Yeah, absolutely. Like every player in there, it says more BC oriented than they are like in other aspects of the game.
Yeah, and then your guys' team, like, yeah, I mean, looking at this, I would definitely favor your guys' team. Like, Limp's gonna be, Limp. We'll see. I'm gonna reserve judgment because I haven't seen a whole lot of Limp's capping. I know in 2020 is the only year I can remember, and I felt like his trades were weak personally, but his shot calling is always great. I like he's a great shot caller. I think. Were you guys using voice by chance? Do you remember this year? I assume not.
2020. This
I
year, I don't
don't
know.
remember.
Would have been close to like around the time people started using voice, but I thought like 2018 was the big year. Like everybody kind of switched over to it because that was the year that the Myth Community Discord kind of got started. Was that MWC, and I think that was kind of like the big um, kicking off point for people to switch over to voice because everybody started using Discord. But not sure if like other teams maybe used it a year or two prior to that.
Like we were definitely like on Discord at this point. We might have like used voice, but it might have been like a secondary thing or like not everyone was talking on it or something.
Okay,
I feel
yeah,
like there were a few years where that was like kind of like a transition period.
yeah, you're right. I guess Discord started earlier than 2018 because like it was already going on in 2017, and then like I remember people were like not happy with me when I hosted 20 MWC 2017 because I didn't kind of embrace Discord at the time. Which sure, I was late to the game. It's fair criticism. So yeah, you're right. Probably like 2016 maybe or so right around there is probably when Discord actually started for the community Discord anyway. Um, well, I guess we'll be able to tell in the when we kick off these films if people are using voice or not, if they're using the chat or not, right? So yeah, definitely like just looking at the rosters. I don't remember anything that happened. I mean I know who won. I remember that. I don't remember like how badly the match score might be or anything like that. But looking at the rosters, definitely clearly favoring Limp's team here. I mean, he's got Ghengis, Eastwind, Cruniac, HMP. Like, yeah, I don't. How do you compare your play in 2016 compared to now? Like, how do you feel you've kind of evolved as a player?
I feel like I'm definitely better pretty much at everything now. Um, I mean, I came back to Myth in 2015, so I probably wasn't like super rusty or anything at this point, but I don't think I had like as good of an understanding of the game anyway.
What was you didn't play for me until 2017? Is that right?
No, 2015.
2015. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, you just weren't on my team basically because I didn't make one yet. So or didn't make one this year. Um, was there a lot of beef between these two teams going into this match?
I think there was like a little bit of shit talking between, mainly probably between like Limp and
Between the usual
Ratking and
suspects,
Zach
basically.
and yeah, Cruniac,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit talkers on both these teams. So yeah, probably just like the usual suspects. I'm guessing like Limp, maybe Cruniac, Asmo, maybe you as well. I do remember I was rooting for Limp's team in this just because Paris was on the other team. That was the only reason, pretty much. Um, but yeah, interesting that we see Kilgrath here. Haven't seen that name in a while. This might be one of the last years he played. Maybe he played 2017, but this has been close to the last time I think we've seen him. Is that right?
Maybe. Yeah, in the finals
Trev
at
too.
least.
Yeah, Trevelyan I think too.
I mean, yeah, Garrick
Garrick.
and Trevelyan, this is probably the only time we're going to see them, so it'll be
Mm-hmm.
interesting to see how they do.
Is there anything else we missed, or should we just kick these films off?
Get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start the first one here. Skim the PT.
Well, someone was casting this finals on Twitch, it looks like, based on chat, so
Ah,
I
yeah. So this
assume
was
there's
be one
probably
of the.
voice.
Yeah. So maybe there was some voice going on, and I do think this was like one of the earlier years that started streaming MWC myth stuff, myth tournament matches in general.
Cruniac's talking a lot of crap there on PT too, sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I'm at 0.
Okay. I'm still getting there. Kind of like skimming the chat a little bit. Regulus and Roz being mentioned. That's weird. And New Skin. Wow, those are some names that we haven't heard those names in a really long time. Man, Rawr. Yeah, I kind of miss Rawr. I wish he would come back. I think this is one of the. Yeah, I think 2017. Like this similar roster might have showed up again in 2017. That might have been the last year a lot of these guys played. I'm not sure if they had a team in 2018. I could be wrong, but okay, I'm at 0. Let's look at these trades. So this is Terry's Bar Valley Light. Okay. Yeah, I mean, getting heavier archers on territories is fine. So Ratking goes pretty heavy archers. If you're wow, Limp 2. So it's pretty similar trades here. It just looks like Rat goes for Thrall. No, he's got 3 dwarfs too. What's the difference here?
Limp has more archer, a couple at least.
So Limp a little bit more archers, 1 extra dwarf. But like no Thrall basically.
Ratking has a mini gold pack. I don't know if it's max, but it's more than the max plus.
Yeah, Rat's got a little bit more goals, which I like. Definitely, I would still max goals on this these days. Limp opts for not max pus. Very unusual choice. I have to say, I think I prefer Rat's trade here, to be honest. But I don't think it's like an overwhelming difference that's gonna like decide the game or anything. But yeah, I might slightly prefer Rat's trade here.
Yeah, I mean, Limp's trade's very artillery heavy, but I think it's not the worst because Rat's got a lot of artillery too, right? So it's not going to be too big of a disadvantage.
I like the roles that Rat kind of picked for everybody. So he's got like Akira, Kilgrath, aka Lizard King, Paris on war packs. Argos, I would say Argos is the clear weak link on Rat King's roster here. But he's given a small war pack too. Garrick would be kind of the clear weak link on Limp's team. I don't know. Y'all agree with that roughly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he.
probably.
I mean, it's actually a pretty good role player, but yeah, I mean, he's gonna be like get the smallest unit sets for that team. I'd assume like every game.
Who, Garrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Garrick's definitely better than Argos. But yeah, yeah, Argos. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put him down too much, but Argos is. He, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how he plays. Right. We'll see how it happens here. So, but yeah, I like how Rat. I like how Rat chose the roles here. So he's got Adren on archers, Kryptos and Rawr on archers. Yeah, I like that. I don't think I would do it any differently. And then you got okay. So Limp is putting kind of. Actually, I don't really know what to make of this because he's got Ghengis on archers too, which is usually you see Ghengis get more melee heavy squads, but you got Gekko on a war pack, HMP on a war pack, Limp on a war pack, Ghengis on a mixed squad, I guess. He's got some like dedicated. Oh, so Limp split the archers and war packs like pretty like the archer guys do not have warriors for the most part other than Ghengis. So that's interesting. So, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I like it. He's got no thrall, so what else can you do? You know. So it looks like you got. The archers got the dwarfs. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's kind of mixed. Some of the war packs got dwarfs too. But yeah, I guess HMP. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, you guys ready to start it?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Yeah, I mean, Limp splits. I mean, they're like very mixed, like like all over the place, right? Like you mentioned, like warriors with archers, and archers with no warriors and dwarves, and then war
Yeah.
pack with dwarf, then war packs with no dwarves. Looks like they're just gonna straight up try to play the BC game for this map, and hopefully that Ratking's team plays into that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's fine. I think what both teams are doing here is fine. It's not the end of the world for either one. I think if I was Ratking's team, I'm looking to run the timer out with a thrall advantage.
Flag
Ooh, and
captured.
it's a 14-minute game time. I just noticed that. Okay, so 14 minutes, you're
Flag
probably not going to
captured.
run the timer out.
Flag
That
captured.
that actually might
Flag
bias
captured.
me towards Limp's trade just because of the timer.
Yeah, that had to be a thought process behind going this artillery heavy.
Very well could be, yeah. Plus the no thrall too.
Yeah.
Because so with Rat, yeah, I mean, Ratking. The challenge with Ratking's trade here now is he's got to figure out a way to get the thrall in the fight. Like you don't want to like lose all your arty units and have the thrall be the last things left alive, where they just get picked off cleanly and they didn't do anything.
Flag captured.
How they do that? How do they get the thrall in the fight? I mean, definitely, I would be looking to spread them out probably with some war packs along the sides. I would probably be looking to spread them out. Yeah.
Flag captured.
Gotta bait Limp's war packs into their archer thrall squads somehow.
Flag captured.
I think really the only real use for thrall is so that you can free up more warriors on the flank.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I think Trevelyan or Trevelyan, however you say it, is one of the better archer players.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what
He
he's
was
going
known
to do.
for that.
I've known him to be a really great archer player since like early years of Myth. Like I always remember that guy being really impressive with archers. So curious to see if he still kind of maintained that in these more recent years.
Flag captured.
Slow start to the game so far.
Flag
I guess that's to
captured.
be expected. We've noticed that a lot of these older MWCs, all but like the last few years pretty much, are pretty slow. Okay, some pus going down in the south. Gekko looking to trade pus goals with Paris. And he does.
Turns out really good for him too. Plus his 2
Oh
orders.
yeah, he plus his 2 warriors. Yeah, that's good value there. Dren and Trev facing off in the south of mid. Gekko making an aggressive push.
It looks like Limp's team has advantage everywhere on the map. I'm trying to figure out how that's happening.
Gekko is really smart. He is chasing down 2 of Paris's warriors with just 2 warriors in a goal. Yeah. That's
Gekko's
really annoying. Getting good damage there. Ratking got that dedicated goal pack that he always loves to do as the captain. Has his life able to find a place.
Maybe.
Flag contested.
What's that?
Flag lost.
Oh, I wasn't sure if Kill was going to commit to that rush. He kind of backed off.
In the meta, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
He made the smart choice to back off for sure. I love this position that Gekko has. Like it's just like he's like right on the side of where their archer line wants to form up, which is super annoying to deal with if you're the archer guy. If I was Gekko, I'd be looking to start harassing that archer line from the side. I actually would be calling for a south push right now with Trev and Garrick. Because Gekko's in the perfect position to, and they got 2v1 archer advantage. Like, this is a great push opportunity for Limp's team in the south. Gekko's got great position. It'll force them to back up all the way. Okay, they're starting to push a little bit, maybe.
What would you be doing with this gold pack right now on Ratking's team?
Let's see.
It's just like.
I mean, I think he kind of needs it in the south right now.
He should be chasing down Gekko now. Kill his warriors.
Yes, yeah. He turned around. Oh, yeah, no, that'd be free damage for him. Yeah, I agree. You should chase that down. He's got nothing else to do, really. The only other thing that he needs to be doing is figure out a way to get in the backfield so he can harass from behind. Like he's not gonna be able to achieve much just staying middle and on his side of the map.
A fight in the south.
Ooh, Gekko dodges a good pass. Gekko's playing really good, man. His micro is on point. Now he's got to be careful of this goal pack. Rat is being way too passive with that goal pack. He should be trying to chase Gekko down right now.
Yeah. Gekko still has 2 pus, so should be fine.
Flag
Drops
contested.
1. Decent pus.
Decent. Well,
If he follows.
I think Paris dodged that decently. I don't think there's going to be a good follow-up. Yep, he turned around.
No, yeah. Paris outplays that.
It's a good dodge by Paris.
Flag
And now Rat is starting to shadow Gekko. Yeah, Gekko should have backed out earlier. I mean, the moment Rat's gold pack showed up, I mean, he's lucky that Rat didn't punish him more. Like, look at this. Why is Rat backing off? Like, that's so crazy. You should run that down completely.
Yeah, because Paris can't run this down by himself, because
he
rolls
can't.
1 hit, right? 1 swing is dead.
Oh, nice pus by Gekko. Oh, man. Yeah, Paris is getting cleaned up now. Oh, no, that's a Red Warrior. No, yeah, Gekko's got it. See, that's what happened. Like, if Rat had just stayed with Paris, they could have cleaned that all out, man.
That's a big swing right there. Big swing for sure. Because that's gonna put Limp's team up probably 6% after they kill this warrior. Oh, and they wasted a pus right there. I don't know about that pus. That's questionable. You guys see that?
yeah.
Whose puss was that?
I don't know. Like someone from mid sent it south, and Paris's Warriors was red with like literally one hit.
Gekko still won.
Yeah, he just won big time. I feel like.
Gekko's in their on their home flag too with 2 more warriors. Man, Gekko is doing work this game. He should have been cleaned out completely. Like Ratking's gold pack should have just punished him heavily, but just didn't do it. And so now he's been harassing the shit out of them all game. Only 5 minutes left. The game clock really sped by. It seems like here. Only 5 minutes to
Flag
go.
lost.
I feel like even though the percents are close, this game's pretty much over at this point because Ratking's team, like their point difference, a lot of it's in that thrall, right? And now all those thrall are on their side
5
of the
minutes
map.
remaining.
They have way less flags, and there's 5 minutes left in the game.
I mean, I definitely agree that they're down a lot more than what the percentage kind of would suggest. But I don't want to say that they're completely out of the game yet. But they definitely need to make something happen. Like, if they run the timer out, I do think they're going to lose just based on the positioning of everything right now and being slightly down in percent. They got to make something happen.
They're trying to in the north. We'll see what happens.
Flag contested.
If they can catch them.
Gekko is harassing a Puskull mid. Oh, now he's harassing. Man, Gekko's just got great harass this game. Man, he's harassing a dwarf. Do you see this in the middle with a red goal? Got down to half. While the Limp's team is pushing the south. That's a good push for Limp's team. They just need to keep pushing and spread those archers
contested.
out.
Yeah, they're winning that archer fight.
Flag lost.
I really feel like
Flag
Akira
lost.
and Argos. Oh man, that's unfortunate. They're the ones who have to make a play in the north.
Flag captured.
Unfortunately, Argos is not exactly the player that you want to be forced your whole team to rely on to make a play.
Flag contested.
It's not looking good for Ratking's team right now, for sure.
I feel like archers
Flag
are kind of
captured.
clumped up. Like everyone's just in that one close south. I'd like to see
Yeah,
them
they need
spread
to
out
push to
more.
that choke. I don't know why they backed out of that choke again. Like, you either push all the way through
Flag
it and then
lost.
spread out, or you just don't try
Like
pushing
there's like 4 archer players on the team all in the same spot.
One of them could have taken mid, yeah, like the other side of mid, and kind of spread out a little bit more. And both teams, yeah, this is like really passive play, I feel, from both teams. Gekko was the only one that kind of made a move aggressive, showed real aggression in this game. Ratking's team down 10% now. Gekko had great micro in the northwest. Him and Paris having a little
Flag captured.
micro battle up there.
Flag lost.
Yeah, Gekko is like MVP for Limp's team this game. It's like
Flag
all
contested.
over the map, doing great work.
Flag captured.
Kilgrath's making a smart play right now to give their team a chance. He's flanking around the south. Too.
Flag
Yeah,
captured.
he needed to do that like a minute ago. 2 minutes, yeah, he probably got barely enough time to do it still, I guess. But like, man, look at this. Their mid is gonna get annihilated by these archers. They can't run. Like, all those thrall are gonna get archered down. They're clearly gonna lose that fight.
Yeah, their archer line there shouldn't even be trying to fight. They should be like slow retreating and faking them
Flag
out.
lost.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe their archers committed to the fighting right there. They should have backed all the way up to the tree line on the high ground on their side of the map. Like, there was no reason to engage that, especially with the thrall. Like, now your thrall are just gonna get run
Flag
down.
lost.
So they needed to get
Flag
thrall value for the
captured.
thrall, and they clearly did not this
Flag
game.
lost. Flag contested.
Limp's team, I think, is making the smart play by not engaging
Flag
the north.
captured.
Like, there's no need for them to engage. Like, they can sit here and milk this. So
Flag captured.
They just got 2 clean pus kills on
Flag
2 doors
contested.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
this is pretty much over at this point. Yeah.
1 minute remaining. Flag contested.
I just lost mine to us.
I feel like Rat's team is playing very rigid,
Flag
which I guess is
contested.
kind of the
Flag
point that we were
contested.
making before we even started, which is that that roster is kind of very BC oriented, and they don't have the
Flag
most fluid kind of
lost.
team dynamic in these large team
Flag
games.
contested.
So we're kind of seeing that
Flag
they feel very
captured.
stiff and rigid here.
30 seconds remaining. Flag contested.
See if that kind of that trend
Flag
continues throughout the rest
contested.
of this match.
Flag
Adrenaline's
captured.
about to join chat, just so you know.
Flag contested.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Is he
Flag
ready
lost.
now?
Yeah, who's in now? What's up?
How's it going?
Yo,
Good.
Adren.
No.
Flag lost.
We're about to start the second game. We're almost done with the first.
Flag
Okay,
contested.
I'll load it up. Thought you guys would have been a little further along by now.
Flag contested. Flag
We're
contested.
slow as always.
FPN or something.
Flag captured. Flag contested.
It's a long son of us.
Flag lost.
Did we establish, are the teams on voice chat or not? Like I see chat going on. I don't know if it's like full chat though.
Flag contested.
I think
I'd
not.
have to imagine. I'd have to
Flag
imagine
contested.
2016 we probably were.
Really? Okay.
I would think so, because any team I was ever on with Rat, I'm pretty sure
Flag
we had
captured.
chat going on.
That would have been Discord, yeah?
Game over.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
2016.
Just finished. Yeah, I'd have to give Gekko MVP. Trev got great ratios, so yeah, we were expecting him to do great with those archers, and looked like he did. HMP looks like you didn't do too much. You had a dwarf and a war pack, so I don't think there was much for you to do really. Like you just kind of had to wait for the archers to fucking fight. So. And Rat healed 6 whites, so that kind of explains some of his damage. But yeah, his gold pack didn't really get value. The Thrall didn't get value. Looks like Kryptos and Adren, you guys did decent. Yeah.
I don't remember much about this tournament, or really any tournament for that matter, but just looking at the overall stats, it looks like I had a pretty shitty match by my standards.
I mean, like you're on a losing team, so that's gonna pull everybody's stats down. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that is true, but I mean, I'm partly to blame for it being a losing team, I'd imagine.
I don't know. Like, I'll reserve judgment. We can talk about that after we're done watching them all. But typically the strategies and the capping is going to be the bigger factor. So that's the force multiplier right there. So, do you know? Were you involved in any strat discussions for your team on this one, or do you remember? You don't remember?
Honestly, I think like during this period, I wasn't super active. I think it might have been one of those things like Rat asked me to be on his team, and I was just like sure, and I just I'd show up for matches and stuff, but I don't think I would have been too involved. Hard to say though. I don't know. Sometimes I get pretty into it, so maybe I was. But
I just started the second game, so I'm skimming the PT right now.
Demolition's in game 2 for Rat's team. It's
We haven't seen that name in a while. That's he. He's decent. He really is. Who's he the brother of? Isn't he the brother of somebody? I forget who.
Weasley / Syn.
Syn. That's right.
Weasley. Oh my God.
Weasley is it? What name is that? It's Syn.
It's fucking Wesley.
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 See, this is another example. This is another example. Like me and Dak were talking about you guys just butchering names.
I butchered like one name, and you're like, Asmo's butchered like 3 names. I'm getting lumped in with him.
I know.
It's been like 20 years, man. I don't remember the spelling of his name.
Like if his name was like Weezley or something, then I'd be like, yeah, Weasley. But like that's clearly Wesley. That's a proper name.
Just insert the AA Ron clip right here, basically.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, you done fucked up, AA Ron?
All right, let me get to the 0 PT here.
Are we trying to keep this PG? Because I might be the wrong guest.
No,
Game
no.
on.
Okay, good,
Like
good.
PG for what? Like fucking, it's not a fucking family show. What are you
Yeah, I know. There's no kids watching this. We're all
It's
like
not even-
30s and 40s.
It's not even on Twitch either, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
go.
even streaming. Yeah, the Twitch,
I got
the stream went
myself
down.
Oh yeah. I've got myself a glass of scotch right now, so it's only gonna get worse.
All right, I finally paused at 0. All right, let's see what's going on here. This is Flag Rally. So Ratking's team got a lot of souls for Flag Rally. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Ooh, yeah, look at Limp's trade. Limp's trade here seems like the kind of trade I would do.
And looking at Rat's trade kind of tells me maybe I was involved somewhat because I love me some souls.
You like your souls, yeah, I do. Asmo and
Though
I
I
do
doubt
remember
I
that.
doubt I have any here. No, I definitely don't.
I mean, sure, there's some soul hills and some water they can play from, but not the water so much because the morts are going to push them off, but the hills, I guess.
No, I generally would not get souls on this
Okay.
map, especially.
Yeah,
I
because
wouldn't
like
think anyways.
the hills that there's only like 2 hill, like the 2 mid hills are like the only hills that like you could use the souls to help guard the flag. Otherwise, there's no real. They're not going to really help guard flags very much, I feel. So that's kind of what's important in Flag Rally here. So yeah, already favoring Limp's trade here.
What I'm seeing here is, though, it is fetch and it's not warlocks. If it was warlocks, I'd be like, yeah, souls would suck. But against fetch, man, I love souls against fetch. Honestly.
Unless they're on high ground, even against fetch, I just feel like
I know it doesn't.
A good fetcher
Maybe not as much.
The thing is, a good fetcher is gonna. Yes, the souls can kill the fetch eventually. It's gonna take like half the game against a good fetcher at least, and it's just like they can also just ignore them and back out too. You know what I mean?
Most of us play with like 100 milliseconds of lag too. Like I don't know.
Actually, what I do like about the souls here, I just thought about it. They will defend a tro fetch push. So that will that will prevent a tro fetch push from happening, which is important here. I forgot my mandatory like call out that this is a tro fetch map. So, but you would only want 1 pack of souls for that, not 2.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world.
I think this might be excessive.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but also, did they split tro? Okay, good. Okay.
Like I consider myself a good fetcher, and honestly, I lose fetch to souls all the fucking time because it seems like they have heat-seeking missiles. Like 1 volley and 6 spears hit you, and you're like trying to strafe back and forth, and you're just like, what the fuck, you know? I get souls, I like control click or do whatever, and every fucking spear misses. It just seems like bullshit to me. System's rigged. It's not fair.
So, Adren's sweaty hands while fetching aside, like what I want to see Rat's team do here is probably split their whole army up into two big flanks, because like that's the only way they're going to get value for those souls. Like they got to split them up. That way the souls can defend tro fetch push on either side, and then they can maybe slowly walk down in an arty fight, something like that. But again, it's flag rally. What Limp's team is going to do is they're just going to look for the weak flags to rush until they get the VI and then pin them on flags. Like that's what's going to end up happening. So that's the problem with souls on this. I almost wonder, shit. Oh no, okay. No, because it's fetch. Never mind. This was almost reminding me of Desert Ruins, which is similar to this, but it has locks instead of fetch. And like on that, you definitely. Like, I know our trade on that is, like, just 2 morts and max melee and, like, just rushing everywhere. So this kind of feels a little bit like that, but it's got fetch instead of locks. And so, of course,
it's also got those goddamn pillars.
Where's the pillars at?
On the previous map you just
mentioned. Desert Ruins, gotcha. Yeah.
Desert Ruins, yeah.
So, yeah, advantage to Limp's team here on the trade. I don't know.
I don't know if I agree with that, because honestly, like, what did they gain? They gained some extra Zerks and a few Mauls. The Mauls aren't going to make a difference. They're just going to sit on a flag probably. So really the difference is however many Zerks they have. And like, what are you going to do with that many Zerks? Like, it's got to be in a rush somewhere, but I think those souls might actually get more value than a few extra Zerks.
So this is what Limp's team is going to do if they're smart. I do think they're smart enough to pull this off. I mean, they got Ghengis, Limp, Eastwind. They got some smart players here.
You're naming a bunch of idiots, so I'm going to have to disagree.
Okay, all right. You don't like those players, really?
No, I like most of them.
Okay, all right.
I like them all, actually. There's nobody I dislike on that team other than I never got along with Cruniac.
So what Limp's
that,
team needs to do with this trade is like do a wide 3-prong, spread them all the way out, and then just find wherever they're weak that they can do the melee push on. And all they got to do is bite off one side. And one side's going to be weak because with Rat's trade, they can't cover everything. They can only cover 2 out of the 3. They can't cover all 3. So all you do is ignore their souls. This is why, Adren, this is why you and I always disagree about the souls, is because, and I don't know if you think about this strongly enough, is that like if you're in Limp's team in this position, they can always ignore the souls. Just ignore them.
Have you seen me play? I don't think. I just click. I see enemy, I go towards enemy.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to be smart though and just be like, okay, we shouldn't pick this fight here. Ignore it and like let somebody else fight on the other side of the map, and like your fight will come later. You know what I mean? Like that's sometimes how it plays out.
That's boring.
Yeah, well, fair enough. So let's see. Did Limp split the tro? Yeah, you got Eastwind and Ghengis troing against Adren and Lizard King. Really interested that you were the secondary subordinate trower to Lizard King in this scenario, Adren. I'm surprised to see that.
This might have been by design. I've probably got artillery and a bunch of other stuff as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. You got a Mort, and he doesn't, so that's probably why. You're right.
Only one Mort. That's surprising. Well, no, I guess there's not a lot of artillery on here. I'm fine with that.
So yeah, look for the tro fetch pushes. That's all I got to say. You guys ready to start?
There's a seldom known fact, or not very well known fact. I actually don't like tro that much anymore.
Interesting.
There's a period of time I did, probably back at this time, maybe I still did, but I find troing pretty boring sometimes. A lot of maps, it's just standoffish and shadowy, and I would way rather have an artillery group or like a mixed set. I find it a lot more dynamic, and you can engage a lot more.
I see your point. That's definitely true on some tro maps. I think this is the one that's more fast paced, and like the tro can do a lot more on this one. I feel, but we'll see. We'll see. You guys ready to start this one?
Like I generally like throwing if I feel there's nobody else on the team that I would trust with tro. And then it's.
Did you like Lizard King's troing?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, Kilgrath. I'm just gonna call him Kilgrath because that's how I've always known him. That's kind of always been his thing. That's kind of what he liked to do. It's kind of what he was known for, and maybe he wasn't like the best thrower of all times, but he was certainly competent with it. Like, I wouldn't doubt if he does pretty well here, and yeah, I trust Kill with tro.
All right.
I'd say it was his strong suit. Like if I had a choice between giving him tro or like souls or like a mixed arty set, I would give him tro because I know that's what he'd be more likely to excel at.
I was not a fan of his troing personally. What I saw him do a lot was like he'd like to do these
but like given the
flanks and get his tro.
Given the other options, though,
huh?
Would you prefer him on like a heavy mixed set versus tro? Like, what do you think he's going to do better or worse with?
I'd put him on fetch rather than tro probably, or souls even, something like that. Yeah.
Fetch maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong. I'm happy to eat my words later if he does really well here. It's no problem with me.
Like who else on this team is going to tro?
I would definitely have you. I would have you troing for sure. And yeah, probably you in Paris. Yeah, or even Rat. Rat can tro sometimes. I've seen him tro.
Yeah, I don't think Rat likes to tro as a captain though.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Either do I, for that matter.
Yeah, that's you're right. You're right. Yeah. All right, let's kick it off. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Like I had to think what the speed up button was for a second there. I haven't touched Myth in a few months now.
Yeah, me.
No plan on it.
Me, besides the podcast, I haven't touched it since last WC. So.
I feel like Kilgrath's a very aggressive trower, so he has swinging games. He'll have massive games, or he'll overpush. And Yeah.
I've just seen, it's like uncanny. I've seen like at least 3 games that I can remember where he'll flank his Tro without support into the enemy backfield, and then just gets trapped and does nothing. And it's like, I've seen him do it multiple. I don't know why he has such a tendency
Flag
for that. I've seen him do it
captured.
multiple times. I've never seen another player do something like that. So yeah, you're right. He is aggressive.
Captured.
That's true. But
Flag
he's like leaving his
captured.
support.
Both the 2 Trowers are matching up against each
Flag
other.
captured.
All right, Ghengis against Kilgrath. Yeah, Limp's team is
Flag
doing the right thing. They're
captured.
spreading them out 3-prong.
Flag
now their Tro
captured.
are leaving their fetch though, unless that East Cruniac's fetch is going to link up with Ghengis. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, that's good. But they do have a fetcher mid without a Trower, which is a little questionable. Well, Ratking's got all his Tros separated from his fetch, which is even worse. That's really bad.
Looks like they're really trying to take this flag from me here, but now I got reinforcements coming from the side, which is nice. Akira with the heads-up play, playing support.
I mean, I like Limp's 3-prong here, but they definitely need to set up an offense here real soon. They got to figure out something. They can't just get stalled because they got the melee advantage and the clock is ticking. They want to get a flag
I
advantage.
feel like it should be in the east.
You feel the east? Yeah, I think so too. But they don't know what to do about that Soul Hill. That's the. I mean, to Dren's point,
They need to just split off some melee.
They need to just go around it. Yeah, exactly. They need to just go for that northeast flag. I totally agree.
Looks like they're trying to get around the west, probably, as well.
They're letting that Soul Hill in the east really fuck them up way too much. They just don't know what to do with it. Yeah, the west is pushing Eastwind. I like that play. He doesn't have any RD support, but he does have the main. Actually,
we're gonna cut it off. I got Paris here as well. We're definitely
no.
gonna cut it off.
Eastwind all he can do is he would have to run. Nah, Eastwind's not gonna be able to get through that now.
It's too risky.
No.
Yeah, it's too
More
risky
risky.
now. It's too risky. Yeah.
I think
Trevelyan might take some damage, and now he's back.
Cruniac is trying to run the backfield in the far east. Oh, I don't think he's been spotted yet either. We'll see.
They need to send more than that. Actually, Garrick's whole squad really should have been the one that goes up there with the Mort, I think.
Not a heck of a lot happening anywhere here, is it?
No.
This is a big mistake by Limp's team here. I mean, they really need to set up an offense like a lot sooner than this. The fact that they're getting stalemated across all 3 flanks is it's not good.
Somebody said Nitro is gone? What? That's not.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah, it feels really slow.
What's that?
It just feels really slow. Like
It just feels like nobody wants to make the
I
first
agree.
move.
Very stalemate-y, yeah.
Cruniac is making a push now with enough melee finally, so hopefully the game will open here in a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. Smart move by Kroon. I like that.
It looks like Ghengis is trying to cross over to west to pinch me.
Yeah, Limp's calling a big play here. I don't like that call, though. What are you guys going to do? Pinch into that Soul Hill? I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a good thing he backed out. That would have been horrible for them. I think the Souls would have wrecked that push.
Limp is calling for a Kroon to go through mid. It's like Limp doesn't even seem to realize that he's already set up the offense in the northeast. He needs to actually just wait now and let that northeast finish coming around. Like he can set up the pressure through the northeast. He needs to wait.
Flag captured.
Limp's decided to change mind. That's good. That's good. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. He was like making some big calls there, but luckily nobody really did anything. So that's good.
Kryptos wants to join in. Do you want me to drag him in? He's in the lobby.
What do you want to do?
You guys getting along now?
I can drag him in. It's fine. Seems like he wants to. He's gonna be in a few seconds.
Oh, big play here. Lizard King and his team making a big push on Cruniac's
Set up
fetch.
really well here.
That's a good push.
Yeah.
That's a good push by Rat's team.
Very good push. I think they're going to be able to clean up all that as long as they're patient.
Yep, I agree.
Just
Man,
need to wait for the
losing that
fetch
Mort
support.
sucks. Oh, I don't like how. Oh man, Kroon's northeast is backing off. Ghengis takes a good engagement there. Really good engagement. Ooh, that one Merc is fucking up that throw though. Oh, good job by Lizard King. Good job by Lizard King. Yeah, he's doing good.
Gekko's really doing well mid. He just killed all of his Kryptos. He just lost his 3 fetch to a melee push there. Yeah, Gekko just cleaned up mid very nicely.
Kilgrath had a good play there. He did throw that good.
There you go.
Happy to give him credit where it's due.
Ooh, he overstepped on his trail though.
Yeah, he's gonna take
Took a
little
lot of
there.
damage there.
Little damage there, yeah.
Still nothing
He's
happening.
still up on health though.
And they have, yeah, he might, if he gets this home flag, that might be a wrap.
I didn't see who called for that push by Racking's team, but that was a really good call, whoever did it.
It was probably in voice, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I imagine it probably was Kilgrath. I mean, he was the thrower who'd been in the best position to make that call, but...
I don't think Kill's very vocal.
No? Okay. Yeah,
5 minutes remaining.
Not on voice anyways. He might have said something in game. I don't know. I missed it.
If you're Kilgrath at their home flag right now, do you take that fight or do you wait for the fetch support?
It's Paris now there. He
Yeah, he
split
gave
up
it
his
over to
units.
Paris.
Gekko's gonna get cleaned up. He's just...
There's shit going on all over the map. Yeah, Gekko got cleaned up middle by Drenstro. Nothing happening west. Man, Eastwind has been out of the fight this whole time. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Look at Eastwind. He isn't doing anything. That's crazy.
I think he was just kind of standing off versus
Flag
my force there, and then I just peeled off my tro to go kick mid.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have allowed himself to be
captured.
put in that position in the first
Victory
place.
imminent.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to push this at all.
No, he can't do anything from there. They need to ignore that soul hill. It's so crazy to me. Like, the throwers on Limp team have just been, like, standing off against those souls in the soul hill instead of, like, just ignoring them.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, souls, there's something to them, and they're kind of like a mental warfare tool, too. Like, they just haven't felt like they could push.
They're about
Really?
to lose the game and they don't even realize it. In the southwest.
Yep. Yeah, Limp's team kind of shit the bed here in this game, which is surprising. Really surprising. Limp realizes it's over now. Big mistake by Eastwind. I mean, of all the throwers, I think Eastwind made the worst play.
Captured.
Oh, my fucking throw is just moonwalking. It should have kicked that Zerg.
Victory imminent.
And that's game.
Flag captured.
That's a solid win for Ratking's team there. And full props to Kilgrath. Yeah, I mean he kind of led the win for his team. So full props. Yeah, he proved me wrong big time. Paris had a good game too. Yeah, wow. Like Limp's team really underperformed here. Big time. I mean, you had Ghengis. Ghengis is arguably the best thrower. Like he didn't do anything. Yeah,
In 2016, you think he was by then?
I mean, who else would it be? I mean,
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I wasn't. I mean, sure, if I was around, but I wasn't in this match. I wasn't in this MWC, so I'd have to give it to him probably. I don't know who else. You know, Kirk wasn't around. Kirk's not around, so I don't know who else. So.
Oh, based on this game, I'm going to say Lizard King.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Were there any tro fetch pushes? It didn't seem like that.
The closest
seemed like
thing
it
was what
literally
Kilgrath
just-
did. I mean, his fetch were a little bit behind, but he didn't need the fetch's support. But like they were there if he did need it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Like Limp's team, like we had more melee and still just got rushed everywhere.
I'm surprised too. It's that West. That West was the Limp's team allocated its units in a really awkward way that allowed Rat's soul positions to like get maximum value, essentially. You know what I mean? Like it was so crazy what they did. I think I still like what Cruniac did there, but they had to be ready. Given that his melee left, they had to be ready for like a counter push, there, and they should have saw that coming, and they just didn't. Not time.
With 8 players, there should have been like a melee player.
True.
Yeah, I agree. There should have been like a dedicated melee squad, 100%. You're right. And they didn't have that. Really did not like what Eastwind did in the West. Like that was such a waste of force there, completely. And yeah, like how is it? It's unusual to see a team in a MWC finals like get out of position like that, where that kind of like cost them the game. Like especially a Limp team. Like I usually consider Limp's teams to be kind of like better coordinated in general, and they really didn't show it that game at all. Like to sit there and allow your whole east flank to get run down like that because you're out of position. That's a big mistake. But that ties up the match 1-1. So that's good. I mean, we got ourselves a match here. I'll kick off the third game. Calm Terry's.
Not a big fan of this map.
Is that because of the Huron-Healer dynamic to it, or what?
Probably has something to do with it. I just never jived with this map. I'm a big fan of the terrain. I don't like snow maps in general. Maybe it's just the contrast of it. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's unique.
I think I'm not a big fan of maps that are just like kind of random terrain and hills and shit all over the place. I kind of like 3 defined prongs. I don't know.
I see.
Like your Carrick-a-Darn type maps.
Too many hills, basically. Too many hills.
Yeah, just like hills fucking everywhere. Like if you look at the map and you're not looking at the mini map, if you're just like zoned in on your units, you have no idea where you are in this map anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas a lot of maps, like just based on the terrain you're currently fighting at, you know exactly where you are.
I don't like how asymmetrical the middle in particular is on this map. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The southeast clearly has like a way better middle than the northwest does.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like irregularity in maps. Like I just think it kind of brings disparity into starts. I really like symmetry and defined battlegrounds.
Kilgrath, heavy hitting big time for his team again with all 3 Huron healers here.
Looks like both teams had massive rosters too. You have Funk in this game.
Oh, Funk! Wow, that's like one of the earliest years I think I've seen Funk. So he did make it to MWC finals pretty early on. Interesting. You got Eastwind on the Huron healers for Limp.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're all going to one person on each side.
I mean, I've seen it kind of both ways. It's kind of 50-50, I guess. Maybe I even see them all together more often than not. I'm surprised that they didn't go to Ghengis though. Oh no, they did split. Okay, they did. Ghengis has 1, and Eastwind has 2, so they did split it.
Yeah. Okay. I like seeing it split personally.
So these trades look. Again, these trades are very similar to game 1. How interesting is that? Like, kind of both moderate archers for both. It's a Terry's map again, and Rat going with a Thrall, but Limp says no Thrall. He doesn't like Thrall, and I agree with Limp on this one. It's a more BC centric territories. You want the maneuverability of faster. Now, granted, the Thrall, you can make the argument counter the Huron healers a little bit better than warriors maybe, but I don't know. Again,
I got Thrall on this map. I hate Thrall. I probably put up a stink about this.
Yeah,
Go on.
I guess both trades are like kind of not different enough probably to sway things either way. But
No,
Funk,
nothing. I don't think anything here is going to be decided based on these trades.
no, me neither. Paris, Funk, and Kryptos getting war packs.
Though I will say Limp got a lot more dwarfs, so that could have an impact.
Argos getting a big squad here. He's got 5 archers. I'm a little surprised to see that. Trevelyan,
Yeah, it looks
Garrick,
like
and
he has the same thing I do, I believe.
Yep, same percent.
Yeah, exact same squad.
So yeah, I'm guessing like archers are going to go middle, fast melee to the flanks is what I'm guessing both teams are probably going to do. But we'll see. You guys ready to kick it off?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Minutes on this one.
Akira only has 5%.
I'd like to point out that our team healed all 3 whites. It's a pretty good tactic right there. Smart.
All 5, you mean?
That's what I meant.
Akira's doing bottle plus. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bottle plus is it's because of the Huron healers on this. It's a pretty good counter for them.
I think that's another reason I like splitting them up and not seeing all 3 together, because they just become a big target for that kind of thing.
That's true. That is the biggest reason why you would want to split them up for sure.
They're not heroes; they're healers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Even if they were heroes, could still be.
I'm still susceptible to bottle pus, but they get they're not interrupted as easily. And
right.
What's the main difference? Can't the healers be interrupted by warriors as well? Is that
well, so the whole interruption thing is purely based on the HP bar of the unit. It's a certain percent of the HP bar of a unit. If it takes a certain percent in one hit, that hit will cause a interrupt. So basically, the higher the health the unit has, the less likely it is to be interrupted.
Flag captured.
Kinda.
Oh, H&P knows the engine internals, so I'm oversimplifying. He has the exact details. Is there anything else you want to add to that, F?
No, I mean, like, just it can vary even with health. Because it's a fraction, and each unit has a different fraction.
I always thought it was just certain units.
So every unit has a different, like, kind of...
It's a flinch factor.
Flinch system shock.
Yeah.
Flag captured.
So some units are more susceptible to flinching than others still, in addition to the health bar? Okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
I may have known that at some point. I don't know. I haven't been map making for that long. I haven't modded any units or anything yet either. I guess I'm gonna have to start making.
Ooh, nice clean hit. Paris gets a 1 kill on.
I was looking. For some reason, I was following that exactly as well. That was a nice shot by Paris.
If he didn't kill that in one shot, though, he might have not got the door at all.
It might have been a waste, but it was a good throw. I think that's the only action we've seen anywhere so far,
contested.
Right? Yeah, these games are really slow, all of them. This third one is shaping up.
I just find this game in general is slow now. After playing AoE, like the movie,
compared to other games,
units
for
just move so fast. So I see this now, I'm just like, holy shit!
Flag lost.
Get going. Ooh, I don't like that hill that I'm getting onto right now. Looks like I'm wisely going to back out. Good. I might lose something here. Who's got that Gekko? No, he's backing out. Okay.
I think you could stay on that high ground. You just need to, I would back out the other way towards your Huron support and west of you.
That'd be the smart thing to do for sure. Looks like I'm going towards mid for some strange reason instead.
Argos is kind of just facing off. There's nothing.
Where is he at?
Mid on Ratking's team.
Oh yeah. What is Argos?
Their whole north is
way
bigger. and they're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah,
Waiting
Argos
on
is really
stage.
not in the fight hardly at all.
Should definitely be.
I think the better question is, where the fuck am I going right now? If Argos is doing nothing, what am I doing? Going to join them?
Yeah, you backed up a lot further than I thought you would.
I mean, I might have been told to go that way for some reason. There might be like a method to this madness. Maybe we're trying to pull the game in that direction.
Yeah, you know, I just noticed Racking's team definitely has to be on voice because they are not talking. in
Oh,
chat
we
at
were
all.
100%.
Yeah.
100% we were on
Limp's
voice,
team,
yeah.
I think, is not on voice because I see them in chat. So.
I'm not sure if I've ever been on a team with Ratking that wasn't on voice.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I didn't start teaming with them until probably around this time. This might have actually been the first time I ever teamed with him. I'm not sure.
Limp's team consolidated the Herons all together to Eastwind, so Ghengis gave up his one Heron. Racking's got that bottle pus. Oh, there it goes! Oh, that's a beautiful hit! Oh, nice!
That was pretty good.
That was a
Did you
really
get-
good shot by Racking. Really well
You got
done.
one hair in there?
Yep.
Flag contested.
What am I fucking doing?
Kilgrath.
There's a
goes to
good.
the pus.
I might be drunk. Good possibility I'm drunk. Sunday morning? Yeah, definitely drunk.
Racking's team needs to just kind of like chill out right now and milk, find a way to
Flag
milk that
captured.
Heron advantage somewhere.
Oh, look at this. I'm going back to exactly where I was 5 minutes ago.
Or
When I
even load
leave.
up another bottle pus. That's what I would do right now. Shit. Oh,
Oh,
Akira!
oh, oh,
Akira!
Not great, not great.
Oh, that went poorly.
Yeah, Pascal was in the back, and it kind of delayed
Akira's
his throw,
on
yeah,
spell.
unfortunately.
Yeah. As soon as like all the bottles went out and there was still no pus, and
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Huron left
Contested.
anyway, like he probably should have just
Flag
not thrown
lost.
the pus.
It had a lot of potential.
Contested.
Okay, I'm in a much better position now. I like when I volley all my flames at the same time. That's really good. Not that they do anything on this map anyways.
Ooh, 4 pus wars for Paris. Looks like they're gonna take the engagement. What's Kilgrath gonna do? Oh, he's gonna back out.
Flag contested.
Paris is gonna get cleaned up.
Do we know if does Kilgrath have bottle pus or just 2 individual big
Pretty sure it's
pus?
just pus. Yeah, I think all the
Okay.
bottle pus is done for Rat King's team.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he had a bottle pus there, he had opportunity, but I think
Flag
saving it might be a
captured.
good call here.
Actually, it's still pretty close. Never mind.
There goes
Okay,
running.
Kilgrath's making a good
minutes
move here.
remaining.
I like. He's just gotta get that dwarf down. If somebody
If
can
they
get that
push
dwarf down for him.
he can clean up all
Yeah, he could kill all of that dwarf.
Oh,
down.
I don't think they should have backed out. I think they should have tried to kill that door.
Yeah, I agree. Or do they not have a pus?
I
He
think-
has a pus. He has a pus.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Dren, you're getting cleaned up.
Yeah, I think I backed out because I saw all this coming in behind me and I didn't want to face both of them at once. But yeah, I just did nothing with that dwarf. It was good.
I will say Trev is playing really good. Like, he's defending that dwarf pretty good. Oh, Rat King's gold pack coming in to maybe
Flag
rush Trev?
contested.
Oh,
Oh,
Kilgrath
pus?
taking an engagement. Okay.
Was that his
Cruniac.
pus that did that or a self?
Oh, he's got a heal. Oh, that's a really bad melee engagement by Kilgrath. Really bad.
Yeah, he kind of failed that one.
Oh, Eastwind saved his
Flag
Eastman's
contested.
also got more vetted Herons now. Yeah, Kilgrath doesn't have
Dude.
any vets. That's big.
And there is still nothing going on northeast. Like nothing.
Argos hasn't
Flag
done anything
contested.
yet. He's still just like
Flag
standing there,
contested.
killing a single
Yeah,
war.
I called it earlier. Like,
Not
he got
even
a
just
really good
Argos,
squad.
like- Funk
Yeah,
and Kryptos, you guys both just sitting there. I mean, this fight should eventually
Yeah.
happen,
This
I
game is
wanted
just run
to
over.
push, but people, I was just kind of seeing what was going on south, and there's like 3 doors up on that hill.
but percentages.
Like, man,
getting
look at
pretty heavily
Argos just
in their
in no
favor.
man's land. Not a single enemy near him.
That's 50%, man. That's essentially been AFK, this guy. 3
Yeah.
minutes to go.
Man.
It's tough in this game, man. Like once you're out of position, it's so hard to get back into position because these units just move so fucking slow, especially with Thrall.
It's really unfortunate that Oh! Kilgrath loses another Huron totally unnecessarily. Wow. Oh, man. As great as he trode the last game, he's not doing so hot this game.
Oh, let's see what Ghengis' pus does here.
Nice pus.
Dwarf.
But there's no follow-up. No follow-up.
Oh,
the archers.
I need it.
The archers.
Yeah.
Oh, the goal still got it. Oh, my God.
That was unfortunate.
How did that goal still get that? That's crazy.
Flag contested.
Wow, we are looking like rank amateurs in this game.
Yeah, Limp's team. Man, we're seeing a big difference on the light maps. The light maps so far, Limp's team is heavily outplaying.
At this point in the game, I'm probably saying to the team, like, I fucking hate this map. I think I've often chose to sit this map when it comes down to it as well.
Flag contested.
That is
Flag captured.
Nothing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's not even close. Not even close.
Man, they went up a Huron early, and they just could not figure out how to leverage it. I mean, Kilgrath is correct in what he says here. They shifted everything west, and we didn't respond. Yeah,
Flag
That's
contested.
they needed to reinforce west, and they didn't. That's true.
Flag captured.
Yeah, once Ghengis left, actually he was up in the east in the beginning.
This is telling right here. I had the most damage on our team by a factor of 2 almost, and I played like dog water.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
Ratking had like the one good move play for his team, which was the bottle pus, and then I don't think I saw anybody else do anything good really after that. So
how did Akira finish with negative damage on this?
he bottle pussed himself. Remember?
Oh yeah. That's right. Ouch. That's a bit of a misuse of bottle pus, unfortunately.
Eastwind probably MVP for his team.
Yeah. What did he have?
There. He had the Hurons for his team. So other than losing his one hero to bottle plus, which he probably shouldn't have let happen, but other than that, he was pretty much dominant after that. So
yeah, cleaned up. Good game for him for sure.
All right, next one here.
Like literally nobody on our team had a good game. I'm not even going to comment on any of it. The entire team sucked.
No, I did absolutely nothing. I was so bored.
Literally zeros across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything until like the last 10 seconds of the game.
I said it in game one. Ratking's team feels stiff, very stiff and rigid, and we saw it again in the last game, I think, too. Like you said, they're not shifting around, they're not moving around, and some people are out of position, not doing anything. So
yeah, in hindsight, once Ghengis brought that Heron over with Eastwind, I should have adjusted all my stuff south with you guys.
What'd you have? A war pack?
I had 12% war pack and 2 plus goals.
There's a lot of things that could have happened there. Oh fuck, I don't have this plug in.
I would have liked to have seen Adren's Archer Dwarf Thrall squad retreat to the west, stay on the high ground, so he's right with his Hurons, and then Argos could have shifted to that west too. You know?
Or how about not running back to mid and then all the way back?
Yeah.
Wasting half the game.
Anything other than that, basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right, and I think it was that gold pack that made you fall back a little bit.
It's possible. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was doing here.
Interesting. Eastman getting all the Tro over Ghengis. That's an interesting choice. I'm not sure.
Can you tell me what this next map is so I can download it?
Oh, Going to Town, I think is what it's called. Can someone else check?
Yeah, Going to Town. Not sure which
one. I have that.
Does anybody else not have it?
I have it.
Is it not on the Tane? If not, can somebody?
Let me check my plugin.
I'm looking at. I mean, it depends on which version it is, I suppose. What's the Tane again? .net, right?
You should be able to click find plugins for films now too, I think.
Oh, really? Let me give that a try.
Yeah, but I think it's only if it's on the Tane, right?
Yeah, there's a good chance it's on the Tane.
It's a good chance it's on there, yeah.
Find plugins. Oh yeah, okay. T version 1.0.
we can just look at the trades while Dren's getting that set up. So Limp's team goes heavy souls. I guess it looks like he still maxed the fast melee. Maybe he's short 1 Zerk. So maybe there wasn't really much else to get. So I think I'm fine with that trade. Ratking looks like Ratking even went even heavier souls. It looks like, and less locks. I don't like that as much.
Nah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the souls. Yeah. Okay.
Funny that I didn't have this. I spent quite a bit of time with John God last night looking at the 4-team version of this map for the next myth update.
Oh, you is he doing updates to these maps or something, or what?
No, I think it's like an old map that was in like the original game but never released or something.
Oh, gotcha.
He was just asking my opinion on flag positions and stuff, and they're actually utter garbage, so he's going to try to revamp it a little bit.
Yeah, especially the tutorial map.
It might be that the Bungie pre-release extra maps are going to be included with the patch. So
I think he's including a few of them. I didn't look at it all, but I asked him to remove a few of the buildings mid too. So it's a 4 start, and I tested all the times to mid flag from the 4 side or 4 spawns. They're like wildly uneven. Like one team gets there like 25 seconds earlier than 2 other teams. Yeah, so a lot of flags need to be adjusted for sure.
Rat's team.
I'm at 11:57 now.
You're at 11:57. I'm at 0.
Yeah, I just kind of jumped the gun.
So Rat's team opts to split Tro. Got Kilgrath and Paris. Now Paris is the secondary Tro instead of a Dren. What do you got, Dren? Let's see. Oh, you got the double lock. Oh no, a lock and an arty. Mort rather. Okay.
Yeah, and I guarantee I was like, yes, give me a lock and Mort. That's like my favorite unit combo in the game. Okay. I think is lock Mort.
So yeah, we don't have fetch on this, but you still have Morts and locks to set up kind of Tro pushes still, Tro arty pushes. So something to look out for. Not quite as strong as fetch, but still pretty good. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this plays out because, like, man, Ratking's team did so great on that first Tro game. I want to see if there's a pattern or if that was just kind of like a fluke and maybe Limp's team's got their shit together. Because, like, yeah, I mean, Limp's team really underperformed massively that game. I would expect them to do better this one. We'll see, though. I do think Ratking got way too many souls. It's king of the map. Ooh, that's another hit against souls.
I just discovered something really cool.
What's that?
All right, so like go to the middle of the map and hold your W key and then try to pan around on the map with your mouse, like on the overhead, and you'll feel like you're on mushrooms. And
God.
Is it doing it for you too?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gnarly. I've never noticed this before. Holy shit.
I don't know what that means because I haven't been on mushrooms, and the W key is just panning forward my camera. So is that what
but
you're talking about?
Are you moving it around? Like use mouse 1 on the overhead and like move your camera manually on the overhead while holding the W key.
Like the vibration? Is that what you're talking
about?
Vibration?
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen that when a heavy dose of mushrooms was kicking in.
Gotcha.
Very similar. Cool. All right. I digress.
All good. Usually, was this King of the Map? So the thing about King of the Map on this.
Oh,
is like,
really?
Yeah.
When did King of the Map
2013.
get introduced?
2013. Right at the beginning of GOS.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that old already?
Yep, sure is.
Holy shit! It feels like such a new thing. It's been over a decade.
Yeah.
That
has been a long time. Wow. Yeah. Jesus, time flies.
It really does.
So the thing about this is like mid, typically you want control of mid because it gives you better maneuverability around the map. However, this middle is like just a clusterfuck of houses.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Clusterfuck. This is why I'm having
so hard to deal with.
I asked him to remove, I think, 4 houses.
Yeah. Oh, is that the update you were trying to get him to work on?
Yeah, for 4 teams. So like, there's spawn in each corner. And you can see like coming from the is it north, coming from the northeast? Like you have no access to mid. You're just stuck in
Yeah,
between
I'm
a
gonna
bunch
be
of
honest.
houses.
It's a little too many houses even for my taste. It's
Yeah.
a lot. Like
I would
holy
have
shit.
asked him to get rid of more, honestly, but
They're so
you got to kind of,
densely packed together
yeah.
too.
I think he wants to respect the original, what do you call it, like vision of
Yeah.
the person who made the map. So don't want to tweak too much, but a couple things got to be changed if it's going to be viable.
I will say this: I do think the split tro is better on this. I would split tro because you got a lot of ground to cover with these the flag placements and the size of this map, and also you need to find a way to get your souls in the fight. There's just not enough fast melee to trade for on this, so you might as well split up the tro. So in that regard, I do like Ratking's trade there, or Ratking's distributions at least better, but
Yeah.
I like Limp's trade a little bit better. It could go either
I'm
way,
just-
though. I don't see. It's hard to predict anything at this point.
I'm
I'd almost
sort of
like-
remembering something here, and there's a good chance if this is the year I remember, this might have been my strat. So I might have actually been involved in scouting here.
Okay.
I'm just remembering this big hill in the it's kind of in the south east of mid. Big hill in front of the water crossing.
Yeah.
Those are two
remember-
very big soul packs for Ratking's team. I mean, if they can get him in the fight, then it bodes well for them for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I might have had some stupid harebrained ideas here, and it might actually fail miserably. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, let's kick it off here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
I'd almost like to see a 3-trial split.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I think 3-tro is viable here. You're right. Totally agree.
King of the map and that many souls that make the souls a little bit better if you can send a soul pack.
You can,
Distraction on
yeah, if you
draw.
can get like, I think you're close to 15 souls on this. That means you can put 5 souls on each front and be fine. So, you're like every flank has just got to be really smart to like, find defensive position if you are at disadvantage, right? So that's the only thing. Which there are plenty of positions to defend from on this, especially on the flanks. All that deep water, you can defend from there. Just sit your soul pack on there. They can't rush you. Eastwind going all mid.
I like how Kilgrath just walks by the flag. Oh,
That doesn't tell you.
Then he
Yeah,
turns
I
around.
saw that.
Then he turns around. Like, why? I don't like how he
Flag
turned around. Just
captured.
let the merc tag it. Like, jeez.
Flag
Right.
captured. Flag captured.
Oh, is he split in two? Why is he split in two
Flag
locations? That's
captured.
weird.
Well,
I
they-
feel like
coming
that's
back to me.
unintentional, right?
What's that?
I feel like it's unintentional. He's
Yeah,
split.
it feels weird. That's for sure.
yeah, it's coming back to me. The Tro situation here.
I see Kilgrath as like the only one in Rat's team in chat, so I wonder if like doesn't have a mic maybe or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. He was never a vocal
Yeah.
player when he was on any of these teams. Like he would not get involved in voice at all.
Okay.
Flag captured.
Ooh, Paris,
thing I noticed-
aggressive kick.
Just testing this yesterday, one thing I noticed about this map is the pathfinding is awful. Like if you just click
Flag
somewhere on the map,
captured.
that's probably accounts for why his shit went different ways. I don't know. I was out having a cigarette when
Yeah.
you talked about that, so I didn't see it. But
Look how
Seen
aggressive
reason.
Eastwind is being
Big
right
time.
here. Looks like Eastwind wants to pick a fight here, but okay, he's starting to back off.
I don't think this is my strat, so
Flag
this might not
captured.
be in the year that I was thinking of. No, this isn't it.
I mean,
Flag
Eastwind could attempt to
captured.
chase this down because there's no souls or artery in the south.
Isn't that crazy that they have so many
Flag
souls and they don't
contested.
have them in the one fucking place where they need them, which is where the like. This is where
Yeah,
I keep
why are
saying
they
Solars should
low?
always be shadowing Tro. This is like a prime example of Solars
Why are
not
they
knowing what
mid?
to do. Yeah,
would
exactly.
Solars-
Demolition is trying to like arty fight souls on locks. It's like so crazy. People need to understand souls are for defending against Tro,
Flag
like almost nothing
captured.
else.
In amongst
Flag
all these
lost.
buildings too, like why?
Flag captured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. It's like even worse position for them to be at is middle.
This is definitely not the strat I had in mind. I think that was in a much later year, to be honest.
I guess the good thing is Ratking's team is up in flags quite a bit right now.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Very surprising given the trades, yeah.
Flag lost. Flag contested. Flag captured.
Rawr is going to pick off 2 gas in the north. Now Limp's not going to be able to contest that flag.
Flag captured.
Yeah, Rat's team's doing a much better job on flags. 8-1.
Flag
Ooh, man,
lost.
Limp's team's getting smoked right now on flags. 7-2. I'm really surprised. I thought the Limp team would do better than this. I really did. I'm
Still a lot of game left, but
Yeah, good turnaround.
still, but like they're getting out positioned hard for so early in the game and not much fighting taking place. Like I'm really shocked to see that. It's not a good sign.
I think if Rat's team in the southeast, if they're just passive and sort of just shadow that drow, I think they're just going to slowly win this game with how the position is. On
Right
the
now,
map.
all they need to do is hold, and their soul should be
sure.
shadowing their tro. They still haven't. Okay, Ratking's almost kind of going towards Eastwind.
I don't want Lizard King and Paris to take this fight.
No, me
They could lose the
neither.
game. They're
Yeah,
going
they
all
need
in,
to just
yeah.
back out and like delay. They're gonna win this game if they don't
Flag
fight. That's all they need to
captured.
do is run away.
Yeah, hopefully
They need to run to Rat's souls
Works.
somehow. Rat
Flag
should be getting in that
lost.
water to like be right next to his troers
Flag
to support
contested.
them. Man, this is
Flag
such bad use of
lost.
souls by Rat King's team.
Flag
here.
captured. Flag contested.
But they got the flag still.
Well, you can't really get directly into that water because they got morts on that hill and they get stupid range from that hill.
Well, obviously stay out of
Limp's team
range.
just has
but
too many artillery players.
Flag lost.
Everyone has already.
Giving up the south,
Yeah,
that's good.
At this point, I have no idea where Rat King is going. Honestly, he should definitely be cutting across the water at this point.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, stay out of range of
Yeah.
the Artie, of course, but like at least
Yeah.
hug the Troers a little bit, give them a little bit of support.
Oh, did you see that?
No, what happened?
I just had a good lock shot and then
Okay.
I blocked his lock shot.
Gotcha.
Which
the
is-
Mort. Yeah.
No, not with the Mort. I did
Oh,
it with the Zerk,
a
but
Zerk,
that's
okay.
just something I don't see other people doing nearly as much. Like I do it like every fucking time. I'm always leading these fights with melee, and I pick off so many locks that have no attempt at a block just by blocking mine.
Eastwind has to make a play here at this point. Like it's
Paris and Kill, they need to stay connected because if they get split,
Yes.
they're gonna run them down.
yes.
They're getting kind of stuck against the edge of the map here too, so they might be forced to fight soon.
Yeah, look at the overhead. All the purple taking the flag soon.
Limp's team has literally 2 minutes to make a move before this game is over. Like it's so close right now.
They're way down in time
Flag
though.
lost.
They
That's
got
what I
the flag
mean.
advantage
That's what I
now,
mean.
but
They
yeah,
only
they're
have 2
way
minutes
down.
to make a move and try to win the game before the time is too
Eastwood
much.
needs to chase something down. Why is he
It's
not
so
split
crazy. Eastwood is so
now?
passive. He's such a passive player. It's driving me crazy. Yeah,
Flag
like he was passive the
captured.
last Tro map too.
I like this little heads up play by Kilgrath though, sending the Merc to take that flag back. That's smart.
They're playing for flags and nothing else, and that's
Flag
exactly the way to play
lost.
this. They're doing great on that regard. They also got control of
Flag
middle,
captured.
just kind of crazy. Limp's team is like failed like everywhere. Like it's I don't know. I'm
Flag
like shocked at how
contested.
ineffective it is because the percentages are the same. It's like what the hell are they doing wrong? And they even had less souls too. Usually, like what they're exhibiting is like usually a symptom of getting way too many souls.
Flag
and
lost.
That's not what it is.
Flag
Correct me if I'm wrong,
contested.
but I think this game is already
5
over based
minutes
on time.
remaining.
Just about, pretty much, yeah.
Flag
Yeah, it's crazy. They
captured.
didn't even make a call to like make a play. It's so. Have we not? You guys noticed this? Like how slow it is for the teams to set up an offense. Like it's just so crazy how slow rather it is.
Well, these are both two very ragtag
Flag
teams
captured.
that
True,
don't
that's
have
true.
any
2016 was very
proven-
ragtag. You're right.
Flag
Yeah.
lost.
That's a good
So,
point.
yeah, there's
Contested.
not a lot of synergy built
Flag
into either of
lost.
these rosters.
That's a good point. Really good point. They're kind of playing like it. It shows.
You have to
Flag
give a lot of
lost.
credit to Kilgrath this game. He
Yeah,
just,
I agree.
wasted other team's time. Like the
He's
whole
been
game.
milking it. Yeah, you're right. He's been playing exactly how he needs to play it. You're right.
If I were him, I would
Flag
rush this
contested.
right now. I would absolutely rush. this situation?
I wouldn't, because he's got a Mort right there and Soul's behind it. There's no need to. There's no need. Like, he can just milk it out some more.
He's got big melee numbers though, but like I think he could easily win this fight though.
Lost.
No, because Eastman will back up to the Mort and the
contested.
Souls. I don't think
Flag
he's
lost.
He's not going to do that.
Flag lost.
Yeah, I mean, he probably could win it. It's probably not worth the risk. I think he just.
I'm saying I probably would have rushed that by now.
See, Eastman's backing up. He's not, he's not dumb. He's gonna, if
but he can
picks
just
the
take,
fight
like,
right
chip,
there. Okay,
chip damage like this.
Eastman's trying to.
And yeah, as long as
over.
Kilgrath is like quick with his spreads and like blocking shots with his throw, I think he could rush this down. Especially now that everything's like trapped behind trees and stuff. Like this is the time.
You're right. If I could find a good position with the trees, then I would pick the fight.
Yeah.
Flag.
This is it right here. He's got to go. He's got to go right now.
He's gonna go, but I wouldn't do it right here. It's a good dodge.
Would.
It's a good dodge, but I wouldn't because the Mort's still right there. He's not. The trees aren't helping him really.
Doesn't matter. Do what he's doing. You just kick the melee, and as soon as that melee is gone, you can peel off a few mercs to take care of the lock.
Well, the Mort's man, his shit's not shooting. That's for damn sure. There, now he's getting some help.
Flag captured.
See, I mean, so like, I don't know. Maybe he kind of won, but I think he took a lot of
more than
damage.
kind of won.
Flag contested.
He took a lot of damage. I feel.
Flag captured.
The Souls did a shit job. I mean, they're all clumped up and everything.
100% worth it.
Yeah,
like now he's going to come back with that throw and he's going to clean that
Flag
up. Easily.
contested.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Flag lost. Flag lost.
And I don't even think he did as well as he could have there. Like I think that could have gotten a lot better.
I really feel like Garrick fucked up massively. Like this is what I see the Solars do all the time too. Is they're so clumped up defending against. If he just spread the Souls out, the Tro he could have killed that Tro. Like he just needed to spread them out. The Tro would have like 3 times the distance to try and run around to kill all the Souls and you get way more damage.
It was bad terrain to be souling in to begin with, I think.
It was, but it also wasn't the worst terrain. I see that what I would have done is actually baited them more into the trees, but it worked out. Like I mean, because they kind of did a really shit job. The Artie didn't shoot. It was like super awkward. Like Eastern didn't get any help in that fight. Like none of the Artie shot, and the Souls were all clumped up. It's like crazy.
Flag contested. Flag.
They got one decent lock shot in there, but one wasn't enough.
Contested. Flag.
It also kind of hit Eastwind just as much,
Flag
so I don't know how effective it really was.
Flag lost.
Time's getting a little closer, but I think it's still
contested.
No, it's over. 8
Flag
minutes.
contested.
Only 120 left.
Flag lost. Flag.
They needed to
lost.
make the move, like I said. They had like
Flag
2 minutes to make their
contested.
move, and they're about to find out the hard way that
Flag
it was,
captured.
I mean, I could be wrong. Well, 7-3 now.
Flag captured.
No, because White's
1
supposed to
minute
get the North
remaining.
flag as well.
Flag lost. Flag contested.
And
flag captured.
Yeah, Kilgrath's got
Flag
some good drawing.
contested.
I was too hard on him.
so like as long as I've
Flag
known Kill
lost.
him, that's probably been since
Flag
I don't know,
contested.
like 2003, 2004, something like that. Like that was always his thing. He played a lot of PG, and in like PG team games, he trode very often. I think it was a
30
strength of his. I
seconds
think he
remaining.
trode on Raziel's teams
Flag
quite a bit too.
captured. Flag
I must have
captured.
just got yeah, you're right, he did. I must have just
Flag
got like
contested.
really bad sampling of
Flag
some of the games he
captured.
played, where like
Oh yeah, if you look
he
at
was like flanking Tros in the backfield like
Flag
all the time.
contested.
That was really good micro there. Yeah, that's good throwing
Yeah.
right there.
Flag
I
lost.
mean, it ended up getting somewhat
Flag
close in
contested.
time, not as far apart as I thought it would
Flag
be. but
captured.
Yeah.
Wow, so yeah, Kilgrath putting up big again. Kilgrath leading his team on the Tro maps. It's crazy. Wow, I'm shocked to see it. He's like going up against Ghengis and Tro exactly. I think what we're really seeing is Eastwind is fucking up with the Tro for his team. Like I think we saw it in game 2 as well. So
And correct me if I'm wrong here. These have got to be 2 of the worst final rosters ever, though, right?
you know, Ratking's team has definitely got the weaker roster. I think Limp's roster is not terrible, but like you said,
No, it's not terrible. I'm
it's
just
not
saying,
like it's not like a properly formed team. Like it's just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's mostly based on just kind of like lack of chemistry. Like obviously, there's a lot of good players in
Yeah.
both rosters, but
not a lot of synergy among
No.
these people.
Yeah, it's definitely showing for sure. Like I expected that Limp roster to play better than what they have been.
Like this kind of looks like a rabble game.
Yes. Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
Set 2 captains and then kickball it or something. I don't know.
It definitely feels like more like a Rabble game than an MWC Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good point. Yeah, Kilgrath MVP again on the other trail
Game
map.
over.
I must have had a biased sampling where, like, for whatever reason, I saw like 3 games where he kept flanking Tro in the backfield and getting trapped, and I was just like, well, I don't know why everybody thinks he's a bad Tro or a good
general,
Tro.
though. Like, everybody gets these reputations based on like one thing that they did in the history, the entire history of playing the game, and it lives with them forever.
It's just I wouldn't say it was so much like that for me. With it's just like the sample I had to go off of. Like I just didn't see a lot of games in more recent years that I could remember playing. You know,
like I never would have considered it.
I'm usually not the kind of person who like has a very fixed mindset about a player. Like, oh, I saw him play this one game, and that's how I forever judge
really,
them.
because I feel like
no, I'm not like that.
I would absolutely consider you like that.
Why?
I don't know.
If people play good, I have no problem admitting it. I can change my mind in a heartbeat on anybody. To me, it's very much like you're only as good at, you know, like, it's kind of like, Adrian, it's kind of like what we were talking about last time. For me, it's like everybody, you can win and lose on any given day. You know what I mean? That's how I feel in this game. And you're kind of only as good, you know, if you lost, it's like you just lost that day, that match. So like you always come back stronger and win next time, right? Like people have a very fixed mindset too much with this game, I feel. I'm not like that at all. I'm usually I was the biggest cheerleader for a lot of these new and up and coming players, like Absolute, I recognized early talent pretty early on, and I take some degree of pride in that because I always like to invite the new blood onto my teams pretty early before anybody else.
I think you saw it as a challenge too. You like to train people and kind of mold them.
Yeah. I love mythers that grow and improve. I've always loved that. I usually take them under my wing if I see somebody interested in doing that. So no, I don't think I'm fixed mindset. And just because I don't like, Kilgrath and I famously didn't get along. I don't get along with a lot of other players too, like Thierry. Like just because we don't get along, it's fine. Like I don't. Who cares? Like we have different personalities. It's totally normal. But if they play good, I have no problem saying, like, I just like seeing good myth play. Like, I just call it I just call the balls and strikes as I see it. That's all it is.
I think it's important too. Like, if everybody got along in this game, it wouldn't be nearly as fun as it is. There'd be no rivalries, and who needs that?
I just feel like some people, like, it's fine to have conflict. Like, you don't need to, like, it's just some people like hold on to those grudges. Like to me, it's like
absolutely.
To me, it's like this. It's like we don't get along, but I don't have a grudge about it. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like some people are holding on to these fucking grudges about it. Like you gotta be like fucking mortal enemies and shit, and just they'll make people out to be like way worse people than they really are. That's the other thing people have to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to think which camp I fall into, if I've been holding grudges or not. I don't know.
I think we all have in the past, but as we get older...
Yeah, I'm sure I've held some.
Yeah,
at this point, I don't really care.
I'm no saint either, but, as I've
I'm not going to
older,
ostracize anybody at this point, because, like, we need everybody that can possibly play this game to play this game just to keep it alive.
Yeah, that's a good
with
point.
some extreme exceptions, like, except maybe Som. Like, fuck that person.
Well,
Som. There's a few who are, like, they're beyond saving, right? But
yeah, that's just, like...
Oh, just one, but
really just one. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think everyone's butted heads, over the last 25 years, like for the most part. And then, but today, as far as I'm concerned, like I got no problems with anyone.
I've had a feud with damn near everybody in the game at some point, including like all the people I team with. Like at one point, me and Paris were like mortal enemies. Like this is back in the day, and like since then we've teamed a shit ton. And like me and you, GKG, we've been like fucking mortal enemies for most of our career. Now we're doing podcasts together. And
well, there's like a group of like 5 or 6 of us where like all of us hate one another. Like at various points in time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the other thing is like for me, the health of the game and the community, I always put above like personal, beefs or whatever. Right?
At this point, you have to because it's
You have
self-defeating.
to. I feel like I've always pretty much been like that though. Like as bad as even at my worst, I think I was always still like that. And that's where I always kind of take exception with some people where they'll literally like they'll poison the well for the whole community. Like they'll shit on the whole fucking game and the whole community just over their own personal beefs. We've seen. I mean, it's kind of Myth's history has kind of been miraculous that this game has survived because there's been many instances of personal beefs, like basically severely handicapping the entire community. Most notably, like with like the server admins of various different servers, right? Like, or the moderators or whatnot. So,
Yep, absolutely.
Tell Dak to get his ass in the chat if he wants to fucking follow along.
Nah, keep him out of here. Let's go. The guy's a windbag, man. He'll never shut up.
That's true. All right, let's see what we got here.
I don't have a problem with many people in this game, but that motherfucker, no, fuck him.
Might I ask why?
Dak's probably my oldest friend on this game, honestly. I can't think of a single person that I've known for longer than Dak that's still around. It's got me thinking now. I don't think there's any. No, none that are active anyways.
Not even me. It's been like I think it was 98. I don't know if you were playing 98.
Yeah, I was on TFL, but like me and Dak were like clanmates at one point. Like back on TFL. So we were actually like legit like friends, like talked and stuff.
I got you.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember you from TFL.
No, I never played.
Like as Skater for Life.
TFL.
Oh, then yeah. Okay.
I started on the Myth 2 demo.
Yeah, like I knew you pretty early on Myth 2, but I didn't really start Myth 2 actively until like I don't know, 2002, 2003, something like that. Basically, whenever the TFL servers shut their doors for good. I was on Myth 2 a couple times in like 99, 98, like when I bought the codex, but it was just too laggy for me, so I didn't really get to know too many people. Except, some of the people that came over from TFL. Like, Acid Burn and Superman. And
oh, man. I haven't heard those names in a while.
Yeah, they were all clanmates of mine in early TFL. And a bunch of people that became World War IIers, actually, like Ricochet and that's Acid Burn's brother. He was called Mythmaster at one point on TFL. I was in a clan with him and his bro. Who's the other one? He went by a little teacup on TFL. He's a well-known.
We're starting to lose the audience because nobody remembers these names.
No, Minnesota Fats. He became Minnesota Fats.
Okay. Yeah, I remember all those guys. I think Aston Burn and Gekko were brothers, if I remember right.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then Rico made him like a PMA or whatever way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Getting back to the game. So the match is tied 2-2. It's really been very swingy. There's not been a single like super close game. Limp's team is like dominant on the light maps. Rat's team is dominant on the trope maps, is what it seems like.
And we have a light map here.
And we have a light map.
What's your
one
prediction?
thing. Well, I would predict Limp to win this, because he got to just based on the light performance. But I will say this: given that CTF does help Rat's team a little bit, I think, with their Thrall trade, because we always see how Rat gets more Thrall than Limp, and so that didn't really work on the Terry's game types very well. But on CTF, it will help a little bit. So
I fucking abhor this Archer split that Ratking has right now.
Yeah, these 3 Archer. Yeah, we talked about this so many times. Don't do the 3 Archer squads. It's awful.
4 splits of 3.
Yeah,
I hate that so much.
Limp does some 4 archer squads, so not too much better, really. Yeah.
I'm fine with 4 archers. I am absolutely fine with 4 archers. 3 is just kind of the magic number where it becomes like, what's the fucking point of this?
Exactly.
Yeah, and we got 2 big melee packs here, 2 war packs. Yeah, I don't like the split one bit.
I do feel like Rat's team does have a big advantage having a gold pack on Capture the Flag, though. When Limp's team does
dedicated gold pack? Yeah. Oh, did Limp not max goals?
Nah,
Oh, yeah.
You just got enough for pus.
Yeah, I do like Rat's trade here better. What did Limp went heavier archers, is what it looks like. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I definitely like Rat's trade better. I do think Rat's team should do better here, but they really need to, like, they're so rigid on these, especially on the light maps. They're so fucking rigid. And they don't know
you
how
have
to adjust.
To assume all these archers for Rat's team are going mid, right? If they're split through like 3-3-3-3 like this.
Probably.
They gotta all be going mid.
They need to back up to the tree line and hold from there instead of trying to fight in open ground is what they really should do.
I have to imagine that's how it's gonna go.
The gold pack needs to get in the backfield too and not play defensive.
Oh, I have to assume everything here is going to one side, like both war packs, and maybe the Gauls will go the other flank or something. I feel like that's maybe the way this plays out,
Rawr
unless they split them both sides. But that's fine. I think they should both be going south here with those war packs, like stacked aside. But I feel like maybe it won't actually play out that way. I don't like this at all. I'm predicting this continues in the same vein that Limp's team dominates the light maps just because what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah,
this Scotch is starting to kick in. I'm starting to slur my speech. Yikes.
I like Rat's trade better, but given that their performance on the light maps, I mean, I assume they're not going to get smashed as bad as.
I like his trade better as well.
Yeah.
I just hate his split.
Oh,
trade fine
with the archers specifically, yeah. And also, like, 2 war packs, I would have rather had 3 war packs instead of 2.
Exactly.
It's too heavy, like too many, too big on the war packs and too small on the archers. Yeah.
If you want more rules for people here, like, don't give the archer guys a dwarf. Like, give somebody like smaller rules, like a dwarf and some thralls and maybe a pus or something. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this.
All right, well, let's see how it plays out. Let's kick it off.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Ghengis finally gets a war pack instead of archers. I think that's
some early taunts from Paris. I like it. F, you've been pretty quiet this entire time.
F was talking earlier.
Did I just say F you? F, you've been quiet. That's an awkward sentence. I'm definitely a little bit drunk, guys. I apologize.
You're
good,
fine,
man.
Dude.
Rat King's team is doing all mid.
I just started drinking again recently.
Are you a happy drunk or angry drunk, Dren?
I used to be a very angry drunk, like a very get in a fight drunk, or like get kicked out of the bar every time I drink kind of thing. I stopped drinking quite a while ago. I mean, I'd still socially like have a beer here or there, you know, watching the game with buddies or having a couple beers or whatever. And maybe get blackout drunk once a year and embarrass myself and say I'm never going to drink again. But I just recently, since I started getting pretty good paychecks here, buying a bottle of scotch every paycheck, and I'll just like sip a glass before bed as I'm watching a show or whatever. But it's been pretty much every night, and some nights I've been finding myself having 2 glasses instead of just 1. I'm on the slow track to alcoholism, I think.
I do not like what Rat King's gold pack is doing here. He's so aggressive. What is he trying to do? He's just gonna die.
Well, he's doing all mid, like.
Yeah, all mid.
No, he's just getting our archers to the mid flag. I think he's just pushing them back enough.
Delaying him. Yeah,
this is really just to gain ground.
Well, I mean, that's
a good pass.
That's
that's a good pass. If
oh, the dwarf's not gone down
they'd
yet.
have to keep moving.
Come on.
Oh my god. Another
out to be a
pus?
waste of
Oh, Garrick wastes a pus. He autos on himself. Oh, another auto. H&P. Oh, no.
Oh, good flame, though.
Oh, my God. That was... I'm shocked it worked. Like, it still worked. It looked like he was suiciding, but it still worked.
Somebody threw up a good flame to kill that dwarf. It might have been Kryptos, it might have been Paris, I'm not sure.
Oh, if that satch went off. Oh, my God. That was so close.
Oh, God, if that satch went off, that would have been end of game.
This is such a sloppy game, I must say.
Where'd all our melee go? It all went mid, eh?
Everything went mid, yeah. Kilgrath and Rawr all went mid. Wait, can someone explain to me what... Was Rat just trying to get his archers the mid-hill? Is that what he's trying to do?
Hold on, did we just lose our scouts north? Or did we even have a scout north?
Yeah, there's a dead warrior up there. Yep.
So we do see this coming,
I would assume, assuming somebody saw it before they died. Yeah.
But nobody's reacting.
Kill
is going south. Okay, Rawr's going to cover that?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody circle it, so we do know it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go for a cigarette, so you guys let me know how this goes.
Okay. I don't understand what Rat did there, because, like, if he wanted to hold up their archers, he could have dodged them at max range. He was, like, trying to, like, dodge at, like, half range. It was, like, crazy.
Well, there's that, and then there's not really any follow-up on it. Like, yeah, we got the hill, but look at the situation now. It's just a standstill.
I also just don't think getting the hill is that important on this, because actually getting the hill can be somewhat bad because it's flammable ground, whereas the other teams be fighting from the water, so sometimes it's not a good thing.
Well,
it's not something I would sacrifice.
No. You're not fighting from the water versus the hill. You're fighting from the other side of the water versus the hill.
It depends on, I guess, what part of the hill you're on. If you're in the back part of the hill.
But generally, you're on the top of the hill. That's the whole point of the hill.
I usually like to not always, but I like to sometimes let the opponent take that middle hill. And what I'll do is I'll flame all the ground right behind their archers, not in front. That's where people make the mistake. They always try to flame in front. No, flame behind, and then you push into them, and they can't go anywhere.
If you have the units to push into them. Oh, good point,
I think Kilgrath is getting a little nervous still.
Gekko's slipping to the flag right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be close.
Oh my God. Yeah, I also don't like these...
look good.
I don't like these one dwarf, few thrall flag Ds. It's a waste of a dwarf. You can't defend a dwarf with just a few thrall. It's such a vulnerable target. Just get all the thrall. Get more thrall. 6 more thrall.
So what did we see last time? Like a 6 or 7 dwarf flag D? Didn't we see that in a recent one that we podcasted?
Oh
yeah,
Morts, like 4 Morts on flag D or something?
Yeah. Wasn't it like 6 or 7 or 5 or something like that?
Maybe.
Something
like that, yeah. And they had still lost that flag. So
yeah. Here comes the flank behind mid.
I mean...
Oh, that was your pro game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Now here's the pinch.
I really think this game is going way better for Ratking's team already compared to what...
I don't know. Look at mid.
Yeah, they just need to not let those archers get good hits off. They're getting reinforced. Ghengis is gonna... They need to just push into Ghengis, force him out, and then Kilgrath can help rush those archers, possibly. The real problem here is well, you got... it's a Dren and Paris. Some of their Akira. They got some good archer players. They should be able to fight this.
Yeah, I mean, we got good archer guys, but position sucks right now.
If I was Kilgrath, I would be thinking about rushing that middle.
Yeah. He's also concerned about, archers getting raped. So. Can we say that word on here?
Oh, Kilgrath already wasted a pus. He only got 1 more. I mean, it's not a good pus. Man, I don't know why they don't think about rushing that mid. I mean, it's got no melee with it.
Adrenaline, it's time for you to shine like that dwarf.
A lot of bad pus going down. I think that was Kilgrath. Oh, Rat. A lot of bad pus going down for Ratking's team. I don't know why they're so obsessed with this war pack. Like, the wars are just going to run away. They're all spread out. I really don't understand it. Just turn around and kill all the archers. It might be too late now because they have no pus.
It looks like I got a I'm saving one push.
Now he's thinking about turning around and killing the archers, but it's too late. Like, if he had turned around and killed the archers, then it would have forced all their wars into their dwarf and thrall, which is what you want.
Yeah, I think Kilgrath is just, he doesn't know what he's doing right now.
Oh my god, this is such awful pussing. Adren's dwarf goes down. Man, Limp's team's outpussing Ratking's team. Huge.
I just realized I've been muted for a while, but why is Argos sitting all that percentage on flag with absolutely no flag pressure right now?
Yeah.
He needs to be up and fight.
Ratking tried to pull the dwarf off of flag D now to help middle, but it's too late. It's too late. So yeah, unfortunately, man, I really feel like if Ratking's team just went for that rush, Kilgrath just need to go for that rush middle. It's really crazy. We haven't seen, this is 2016, normally seeing a big disparity between dark.
Does anybody
and
watch North?
No.
Yeah, that's big puss.
Rawr just hard.
Rawr's dead
That
then.
was a good pass.
Yeah.
Rawr's. Well,
Oh, it's close. It's close.
he didn't take a lot of damage after getting pussed somehow, but he was like fully.
Oh, Eastwood's got another puss though. Eastwood's got another one.
He's gonna get cleaned up right here.
He's gonna get cleaned up
Puss.
bad. Here it is. Oh, he didn't throw.
Oh, he needs to throw it.
He didn't throw
Yeah,
it? Oh.
that was his window.
That was his
right
window,
there.
yeah. What the hell was that? He's got a good melee engagement though.
Yeah, I think
He's still fine. I think he's still fine. Yeah, he's got a
He
good
might
melee
just be
engagement.
saving. Yeah, he was just saving it. Guess he didn't need it, but
Didn't need it, yeah. He cleaned up nice. Yeah. Eastwind is just crushing on the light maps and shitting the bed on the tro maps. It's like kind of I don't know. I can't explain it. I've never seen such a big disparity between tro and light maps since like the early 2000s or something. You know, it's kind of weird to see.
it is weird to see because I would have thought Ratking's team here would be more favored on light maps. Just
Yeah.
before seeing
no,
anything.
No, the players he has definitely biased towards dark maps and tro maps. I'd say.
I don't know.
Kilgrath for
I'm
sure.
not white.
Definitely.
Kilgrath for sure. Of like all the players, Kilgrath is like the one that's
Yeah,
the
that's
most.
true.
For sure.
I'd say Paris, Akira, Kilgrath. Yeah, I'd say they're more dark players than
Yeah,
I'm a light player.
Rawr 2 is more dark than light for sure.
Right.
I disagree with the whole dark versus light thing personally, but
Well, what do you mean?
ooh, that was a shitty dud there by Kryptos. That's too bad.
Yeah, I was saving that
And it did
for
it
a long
again.
time.
That's just a shit pass right there.
Flag
Done it twice
contested.
in a row.
Yeah.
Stand clear.
No, I mean it really feels like Rat's team just does not know how to coordinate on light maps. They're making poor decisions on these light maps.
I think it might just be
Look at
coincidence,
their
man. I see no difference between light and dark anymore, and I think in
Flag.
2016
Oh!
pretty much
It was
the same.
close.
Wow, that was close. Limp's thrall almost walked off the flag from Rawr's
Look
warrior.
at chat. Literally, everyone's typing in chat.
Yeah, yeah, that was close.
Stand clear.
I mean, Adren, I don't think normally there's not a big difference between people's play in light and
Flag
dark.
captured.
I mean,
Not
we've
since the early
played both
2000s,
types.
but
Yeah, so many fucking thousands of times. Like to
no,
me, it's
I
just
agree.
bullshit.
Normally that's the case, but like in this match, it definitely is standing out big time to me. I don't know.
Yeah, weirdly enough, but I'm saying that might just be coincidence. It might
I don't
just
think
be the
so.
way it's
I don't think so.
happened.
Kilgrath and Rawr definitely were like way more dark Troy type players. Akira
I
too,
suppose.
than
I
light.
suppose.
Paris to
What?
some degree. Paris became more well-rounded, obviously, but he
I think by 2016, Paris.
early Paris I think was more
differentiated.
dark than light. I would just say
Maybe, but this isn't early.
this is not early Paris. That's for sure. Yeah, agreed. All right, so who did well?
Nobody on our team
Cruniac,
whatsoever.
Cruniac maybe. Eastwind has always been really pretty dominant. Oh, H&P, yeah. No, there's a lot of. I don't know. Limp's team just does well in light maps in general. It seems like everybody did pretty.
I
decent.
think we were kind of just at a disadvantage based on our distribution. Good trade, just
Yeah.
that distribution I thought was just utter garbage.
I think the distribution was bad for sure. I don't think it was just the distribution though. Why didn't they rush that fucking middle like that? Like Jesus Christ, that middle could have been rushed.
I'm just saying, like myself, I think I'm very good with archers. I can't do much with 3 archers. Nobody can. You give me 6 archers, I'm gonna fucking make some noise.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's just a weird split.
That's distribution, really.
Yeah, I think if you took those 12 archers and split them 2 ways between me and Paris mid, gave some other people like, I don't know, Puss and a dwarf and some thrall, and then had 3 melee packs instead of 2, I think that would have made a huge difference here.
Very sloppy game in general. I mean, it did, although the end result was the same, this was Ratking's best light performance so far in the match. It was better than the other 2. They got smashed even harder.
That's pretty telling.
Yeah.
Because this was horrible.
Yeah.
This was hard to watch for me.
The other ones were worse, though, yeah.
I'm embarrassed 8 years later, 9 years later.
So now the match scores 3-2. I mean, shit, it's a close match, kind of, so far, assuming Limp's team doesn't run away with it in the last, well, they probably will in the last 2 games. We'll see. Oh, no, it's a dark
Back
map.
to dark map.
Yeah,
No
okay,
trail,
but now
no
it's a
trail.
non-tro dark map. Let's see how different it is, so. Here on Guard Heroes, okay. Man, I feel like this mesh hasn't been played very much, has it? I don't remember this really hardly at all.
Maybe not this variant.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I mean, the mesh, not the map.
Yeah.
Got played in the latest draft tournament.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. I mean, I like the unit set. It's kind of unique. I like it. I do think Souls will be viable. Was this flag round?
Fuck, we got a lot of Souls. Both teams got a lot of Souls, but we got max.
Yeah, CTF isn't great for Souls, but there is a lot of good Soul Hills on this, so that's the only kind of, you know... I feel like Ratking's team does not have enough melee, though. That's just not enough for CTF. I would have gone heavier Thrall. These Thrall Elite are really fucking nice. I like Thrall Elite on this.
Well, we did play this as Smith World Cup, I remember, and I had like maybe my shittiest fetch performance of all time. I do recall that. Damn.
How do y'all feel about fetch on this? Because you got like Morts and Souls on high ground in the middle. I don't know if like fetch are actually weakened on this.
I lost all my fetch to a single Mort shot on this, on even ground, level ground.
Well, I think
that's fucking embarrassing.
These unit types, it's kind of difficult for fetch. I mean, you can't get close to the Soulless very much, and look it up. Like, you're not going to do a lot of damage to the
You get Merc, Styx, and Thrall Elite. Those all aren't great fetch targets. The only good fetch target is the Huron Guard Heroes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see some to push this, to block.
I mean, you can hit everything. It takes a little while to kill everything, so you got to be very.
I'd be tempted to go like less than max fetch on this. I really would.
Well, I'm looking at this right now, and my team here, white team, has 0 Morts.
No, I just noticed that too. That's a big mistake. I don't like that at all.
Versus 6. 0 versus 6.
There's a lot of high ground for those Morts. I really don't like that.
I take Morts over fetch on in this.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. The Morts are more effective, I feel, against the Styx and the Mercs too than the fetch.
Especially all these hills.
I think Rat's gonna lose this just based on the trade alone. No Morts is a huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
The fetch can't cover enough.
I actually like Limp's trade here. He goes heavy Morts and no Styx. Like, yeah, I like no Styx on this. Because think about it, the Styx are just gonna get run down and eaten up by the Mercs or the Morts. I don't see a lot of value for the Styx here. Now, Rat didn't get too many Styx, but no more.
Styx are just fodder for rushing fetch and Souls, I suppose.
Yeah. But given that fetch aren't that valuable on this anyway, I don't think I would try to rush them down necessarily.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot of trading points. Like, you're killing them, you're taking a big percentage away from the other team. And
I see this playing out as like a Soul Mort fight, kind of. Soul Mort BC fight off a middle. It's kind of what I see happening. Because if you get control of middle, you're going to pin the other team to their flag. Like, you want to still fight for control of middle.
Rat's team here got max Souls. We have more Souls, but no Morts. They've got 6 Morts and less Souls, so we'll see what's more important here.
Limp goes for only 2 Pus Whites, too.
And Limp got a lot of Thrall.
Rat goes for 6.
A lot of thrall.
Yeah, they got way more thrall for sure. I like that though, because it's CTF. You're gonna need to put a lot of thrall on flag D. I will say this. You know what fetch are decent for is maybe flag D. I like a like one or two fetch on like a flag D rather than a mort, because the mort's too easy to dodge that shit. The fetch, like one fetch on flag D, will at least force the enemy melee to spread out, which has value. So, I mean, the mort would too, but like it's too easy to like dodge the mort and then regroup again. They just fire too slow, and you can just juke their shots too easily.
Let's fire it up, see what happens here.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Yeah, we're all kind of predicting Rat to lose this probably. Given
I feel just based on these trades, yeah.
Yeah, no more.
I like the Morts in this.
Well, I think the Limp definitely has a superior trade. I would even like trade. Yeah, like I would take the call over like the pus gold even.
A lot more pus for Rat's team though. There's that as well.
Yeah, fetch are okay for defending against pus, I guess too.
Like a lot more. They only healed 2 whites on Limp's side. Versus
I feel like I would get like 3 or 4 fetch on this, and I'd put 1 on the home flag, 1, and then 1 on every front, and they're just like defensive. They're just
no comment
unit.
about the
Out of sync.
the pus disparity here.
No, I noticed it. I don't know how I feel about it. Because the fetch are good defense against the pus, so you're kind of giving their fetch more value by getting pus, I feel. What are the pus going to be good against? The morts, kind of? That's about it?
Yep.
So
Morts, sure.
I think the pus are going to have a really hard time getting to the morts.
Morts and mercs, like if you can pus a group of mercs and
it's
get
hard.
close
They're
to
going to
them
spread out.
with that.
The mercs can also chase down the pus goals, so... I like not maxing pus on this. I agree with Limp's choice on this.
Oh, I don't think I'd max pus on this either.
I don't think I would even max fetch on this. Like the fetch are, it's a rare instance where I'm not sure I would max fetch.
I think I still would.
Yeah, you might be right. Just because like, what else are you gonna do at the points? That might be.
Yeah.
You just do like a Thor melee rush, and the rest souls.
Well, I would just try to BC fight it with morts and souls from the high ground. Yeah, I would let them do the fighting.
Is your guys' film not going out of sync?
No. Did yours go out of sync?
Yeah, mine's jacked up though.
Just restart it. And you can fast forward. I'll tell you the time. We're at 13:30 almost. Nothing's happening yet, so you didn't miss anything.
Literally nothing. I don't think there's been a point of damage done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to get position.
Oh no, a couple soul hits. I'll point out 4 fetch versus 2 in the north.
Right, and that Ghengis trying to get.
Yeah, and then 6 versus 4 in the south.
Ghengis is going to trap those 2 pus goals. They're done.
What time are you at?
12:50. 12:48. Nice. Ghengis picked off 2 pus goals.
So Funk's got a flank here. He's trying to hit the flag right now with pus and a few mercs. It's interesting.
Yeah, Funk's got a flank on the flag. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything with that.
No.
No, because Ghengis got a hero on there too.
Yeah, Ghengis is chasing.
Yep, I got a situation.
It would be good if Funk gets that mort. That'd be value, but I don't think he's going to. It looks like he's backing out and he's changing his mind.
I don't think he could get it. It's too heavily defended.
I mean, he could. I don't know if he'd want to use 2 pus to get it. That would be any value.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if he could get 1 pus off on it, then he could finish it with the second. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if that would be good value.
I think it would be, honestly, because it's hard to get any other value from given that they got max pus. Morts are the only good target for the pus. So I think it would actually be worth it.
Sure. But like, if you can't take the flag otherwise, then what's the fucking point?
Yeah. Yeah, that Mort on flag D isn't doing anything anyway.
Am I about to get murdered north?
Let's see. What do you got?
He's finally pushing on me.
Stigs and what?
All right.
Oh, you got
coming
fetch?
to back
Oh,
me
okay.
up. Yeah.
Well, if you take that fight, you're definitely gonna get murdered.
Somebody gave me Stigs, so I feel better. But
I must have lost a fetch at some point here. I've only got 2. I didn't see it.
I'm surprised not seeing some more aggressive. Like I like Rat's soul push in the north. Like I want to see more aggressive pushing for the control of the soul hills. I'm surprised there's not more of that.
Somebody's saying Ghengis Khan. Oh, Ghengis might be getting pushed right now because Funk came back into the north behind Ghengis.
Oh, Funk making a great play. I love that play by Funk. Yeah, he's got a great surround going
if
here.
If it pushes, if it happens, let's see.
It will be. He's just got to time it right with Kryptos' rush. Yeah, they can rush that together.
He's
Plus
going in too early. Too early. That's too early. He needs to let the Stigs go in first. Oh, no. That's too early. The Stigs need to go in first. He's out of sync.
Yeah. And
as long as he keeps the plus back, like I think he's gonna get a good plus right here.
Ooh.
Okay, you got 1 and 2
merc. Get 2 merc.
And he's gonna get the fetch with his melee. Yeah. No, this is good. This is really good.
Oh, he could have done that a lot better, but yeah. No, he's got it. Yeah.
I think it worked out. I think he did a fine job.
It worked. Yeah. Ghengis.
My fetch didn't even get there in time.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It would have been cleaner if he let the Stigs go in first. Kryptos loses a fetch. Yeah.
Yeah, lost the fetch to a crazy merc. That's
embarrassing.
It's still good value, but it wasn't like a super clean kill in my opinion.
But like you took one of the best players out.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was Ghengis with 4 fetch.
Percentages are even now.
It was good value, but I would have loved to have seen it be cleaner because there was no reason it couldn't have been cleaner. It was kind of
I think we could get a lot more aggressive on the south too if Paris pushes up with his souls onto that hill and me and Kill work together.
Limp and HMP having a big soul fight 2v2 against Akira and Rawr, and it looks like Limp's team's winning that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it looks like
Gekko also engaged with the Mort.
Akira's a little too focused on that Mort, yeah.
Oh, Limp backed out. I don't know why Limp's souls backed out. That was kind of weird.
Oh, the push is on in the south, I think. Ratking with probably a waste of a pass there.
I mean, Ratking's team doing all right so far.
No, if he gets those mercs, okay. No, he's good.
Cruniac
and took a fetch. We took out a fetch.
Why are the percentages close still? I don't get it. I feel like Ratking's team should be up for more than this. They're down.
We're not
actually.
up. Oh, we're down. Yeah.
Ooh.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was me. Yep. And you lost your Huron guard. Oh man, this is gonna go bad right here.
We're that plus got us good, which should never happen. Please tell me we blocked that. I know exactly what happened there. I couldn't shoot because Kilgrath's fetch was in the way of my shot. So
man, the game. I think the game is what just went over right there.
Yeah.
Man, it was close until that, and it all fell apart.
That was literally one pass.
Was that 3 fetch that went down to 1 shot there?
Well, it was the pass that froze like the entire top group. So we were trying to push through that narrow choke point.
Those fetch need to be more spread out too.
Well, it's hard going through that choke point though too, right? That's the one thing I hate about fetch is their hesitance to shoot when there's units in front of them. That's exactly what happened there. Like I tried to block that Mort shot and I just couldn't shoot. You could see my fetch like jiggling side to side trying to get the shot off.
It looks like Kryptos' offense in the northwest fizzled out.
I figured, yeah, at this point, man.
See, if that kill in the northwest was a bit cleaner, where they needed to sacrifice the Stigs first and save the Merc, if they could have done that, they could have threatened all the way to their flag, potentially.
I think Kill just called it.
Am I gonna get...
Oh my god. Push that.
Wow, I forgot my phone there. I mean, it was over, but still.
Man,
I mean, we kind of called it from the beginning. The lack of Morts.
Yeah, lack of Morts, big time. Yeah.
Flag
It was a bad trade, but we also played pretty poorly, except for that push in the north. Beyond that, we were pretty shit.
Looks like
Cruniac I went
had a big game.
0-7, 0-7-7. That's probably one of my worst performances ever in a Myth World Cup.
Well, Kryptos and Funk had the only kind of big play for Ratking's team in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Limp's team
looks like
pretty well.
All the Solars held their
Ghengis.
own.
Ghengis died kind of badly, but besides that, everybody else on Limp's team did pretty good. Which, as expected, I mean, the trade benefited them big time.
Oh, for sure.
Man, we're almost seeing like, man, it almost seems like it's like Kilgrath's Troing carrying Ratking's team on the Tro maps, and they got nothing else to kind of answer on anything on any other maps. It feels like. Oh, here we go, Tro map. But this is a different kind of Tro map though, because it's only one Tro with a bunch of archers, so it's going to play out. It's a much more defensive type of Troing.
Yeah, this is the kind of Tro map I hate. Drawing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's kind of like it's almost punishment to be given Tro on this map.
And now they let Limp's letting Zach captain, as we mentioned before, to just kind of poke it in the eye against Ratking's team, basically.
I just finished saying that, and I've got the Tro.
You get the one game they give you the Tro? That's crazy.
If I were to pick a game not to Tro, this would have been the game I'd pick now. That's fucking hilarious. Oh god, why am I trolling this game? And why is Zach captaining their team?
Well, we were talking about that before. It's kind of like Limp kind of just dunking on Ratking by letting Zach captain and beat him, basically.
Fair enough. That's another player I could do without in the community is Zach.
Man, Zach is like almost NC. I mean, I don't know how you can say that.
I know. Weirdly enough, I've never liked Zach. I was always against him being on those teams.
I don't know why Ghengis is talking about my strats. I don't know what the fuck he was saying there, but
it's just because historically he has trolled me at every fucking chance he got, like Zach? In game. Just like just like rushing me in free for alls, which is like my pet peeve. I like free for alls to play out naturally. I don't like any hate playing in them. I don't engage in that shit, and he would do it every fucking time. And I mean, he's doing a lot of other good stuff for the community. Like he's done some map making stuff. I know some people have opinions about that, but like it's all content. And like his modeling stuff that he does, like the models he makes and paints, are really fucking cool. Like that's a really cool thing that he's doing there. But as a player, I've always despised him. And I don't know, like, why do you got to be like that? Like, why do you choose that as a persona? It's so fucking bizarre to me.
I mean, we've been in the online gaming community. You see enough of these types of players, you know, just the trolls of the world or whatever you want to call it. That like, it's a personality thing. Like, there's just certain people have that fucking personality. Like, I can't understand it, but you know, there's a lot of different personalities in the world.
He was always just like a mini Kirk without the skill to me. That's how I always kind of saw him. Like, you basically like emulate Kirk with his attitude and behavior, but not be able to back any of it up with his actual gameplay.
You know, this is what I'll say about Zach. Yeah, there was a time when I think I had a much bigger issue with him when he was a far more active troll. He's kind of calmed down in recent years, so you know I'm always willing to forgive and forget people if they change. So
yeah, honestly, like if he's willing to just not be like that and just play normal, I've got no problem. I've definitely.
He seems more chill recently. I don't know.
I'll say anytime I've teamed with him, I've never had a problem with him as a teammate because he's always just like been more serious and played like a normal human. It's just when he's in a fucking free for all game with me that I just can't fucking do it.
So I see Ghengis talking some shit about both Limp strats and my strats. I don't really understand what the angle is there that he's talking about. Like he just doesn't like everybody's strats. I don't know.
Maybe he just doesn't like strats in general. Maybe he's just a strat guy.
I don't know what he was talking about there, but all right, let's see what we got here. You got Eastwind on Tro. Now, last time we did actually see Eastwind Tro on this exact map. I think it was CTF instead of Flag Rally, and he did fucking amazing. I've really hated his throwing so far in this match, but this is a more defensive type of throwing dynamic on this map. So I wonder if like that's his shtick, and maybe like he just is more mentally wired for that type of role with throw. I don't know.
I feel like it's so bizarre to give me throw on this kind of map because this is like my least favorite. Like sitting around doing nothing, I fucking hate that. Like there's a good chance I just walk into their archers at some point here, like trying to dodge my way in and lose a shit ton of health just because I'm so goddamn bored and want something to happen. I think it's a really bad decision to give me throw on this map. But we'll see how it plays out.
I do like I don't know, Asmo. What do you think about these trades? Whose trade do you like better?
Let me take a look.
Is there much of a difference?
I
Like
think
Zach.
They're
I
similar.
think I just like how he has more archers with the trial.
Oh yeah, Limp's team's got way more
You
archers.
like more archers on this?
Yeah, I do.
I do, for sure. And I'm on the opposite team here.
You might be right. Yeah.
We've got more dwarves. I would prefer more archers on this. And I would prefer to have the archers
I
on this.
definitely don't like more dwarves. Yeah, 4 dwarfs is way too many. Two is at the most.
Exactly. I don't like having 2 dwarves. Like this 2-2 thing. I don't know what's up with that.
4 dwarves.
I am a way bigger fan of Limp's trade here. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on this year. I must have just been like just not giving a fuck and not having any input in anything and just
I will say this, I really actually liked Ratking's trades in 2015, the year before this. His trades are not as good, definitely not as good this year as they were in 2015. In 2015, I shit the bed hard with trades. That was like easily my worst year ever. I'm pretty sure, as far as like what I did as a captain. I got no issue saying that, admitting that it's fucking awful.
I'm so confused by Ratking's trade here.
Yeah, he definitely did a better job with the trades the year before. It's but that just goes to show you it's hard to be consistent with the fucking trades. It's hard to be consistently good. I feel like only in the recent few years maybe that I've started to be capable.
This is brutal though. This is
I have
9
2
archers.
dwarves and 3 archers.
I hate the 4 dwarfs more than the archers, personally.
No, but 9 archers split 3 ways? Why?
Oh, yeah, split 3 ways. Yeah.
There's no point in that here. Like, that's 3...
Yeah, people need to stop doing that. I mean, this is 2016. It's been a while, so hopefully
they
we'll
have
see that in
stopped doing
years.
that. But, like, I guarantee I had a very negative opinion of this at the time, which just tells me I was just, like, a silent teammate. Like, I probably just got on this roster and was just like, whatever, I'll play.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like this was a very inactive period in Myth for me where I just wasn't playing much and I was just like, sure, I'll be on a team, but like don't expect much input or anything beyond me showing up for matches.
3 archers is so awkward.
It's
like
the worst.
3 squads of 3 archers. Like what are you gonna do? 3-prong with them on this? Like it's like so weird. Like what you would even do with that split? Like
it's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like chances are they all go mid, but like you got 3
players wrapped up in what could be almost done by 1 player. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that should be 1 player with like 6 bows or something like that.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's shooting yourself in the foot before the game even starts.
So at this point, the match is over, right? It's 4-2. Is that right?
Oh,
I think so.
Maybe.
Is it just 7 games, or is there a sudden death on this?
I don't think there was sudden death. We definitely won the top bracket.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Limp's team was the top bracket finalist going into this. That's not surprising.
So yeah, if this game doesn't matter, maybe that makes a little more sense why things are going like they're going here for this game. I don't know. Yeah. I hate that I'm throwing here.
Asmo and Limp on Zerk packs, and Demo and Par and Rat on Zerks. Because the Zerks on this are pretty important too, similar to the Tro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the distributions are a little sloppy from Rat too, not just the trades. Yeah.
I hate what I have.
I hate what everybody has. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's start it here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
maps where plus isn't important either, so there's no need to max it.
Well, you can plus the
Flag
tro.
captured.
Right.
Flag captured.
In hindsight, I wish I had just given those archers to you, Adrenaline, or something.
Along with my tro, that would be interesting.
Oh, you're trolling this time.
Yeah, for some reason.
Somebody else should just take my archers, though. I'm gonna north flank with them. It's weird.
I must say, my big surprise from this match, more than anything, is how poorly Limp's team performed on the tro maps. That was
Flag
the
captured.
really, really big surprise. To
Flag
me.
captured.
Like Limp's team on the light maps is playing how I expect Limp's team to play. Like pretty
Flag
smart, coordinated.
captured.
Man,
I think the
not
biggest-
like that on the tro maps.
Flag captured.
The biggest surprise for me is Racking's distributions. 'Cause I thought
captured.
like that was kind of a strength of his in general, but fucking not this year.
No, I don't think so.
Like some of these make goddamn no sense at all. Oh, tell me that I just engaged right now.
Flag captured.
You're like, fuck it, let's just get it over with.
Oh, dude, I've done that so many times in like big matches. Just been like, let's see who wins this tro fight right now.
Who gets the first punch?
Come on, do it, do it. Oh, why am I backing out?
Well, at least he
That's 'cause
didn't,
I
at
don't-
least
I
he
don't have
didn't
any
punch you in the
support.
back. That would have been embarrassing, right?
Yeah, it would have been a little bit of an ass punch. Okay, at least I have a pus too. But like, see, their mid is good. They've got exactly what I said. Like one person with 6 archers. That's what their mid should be. That makes way more sense. So I see we also have 6 archers mid. That means there's a flank somewhere with only 3 archers on it.
Mm-hmm.
So dumb.
That would be north.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
so
be
dumb.
me. I don't like the way things are forming up there.
Like, what are 3
The
archers?
north
gonna
looks
do on
so
that flank?
light too. Like you have, look at that north. It's got 2 dwarfs with 3 archers. It's so awkward.
Exactly. It drives me crazy.
It's
Yeah,
like
this
it's like
game,
so little melee with it too. It's like really weird.
this game has got to be over already, right?
Mm,
4 unit types.
Limp's
and 3
south
players.
looks like it has a stronger Zerg force, and they might be going in for a rush here.
I'm just running around confused. I'm like, I'll just kind of hang out behind middle here. It looks like maybe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Limp
head
and
north.
Asmo should take this fight. Oh, they're up in Pus, I think, too. They should absolutely take this fight. So they should push this south.
I seem to be heading south. Guess doesn't appear to, or no, he's got their tro. East wind doesn't appear to know that yet.
Seems like the best thing you can do, really.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I can't do anything mid.
Dren's tro is
nobody's
coming to
doing mid.
reinforce that south, which is the right play to make. He's got to stop the bleeding. Save that flag. Okay, Asmo and Limp do need to pull out now. Asmo is going to get run down here. So Asmo, you were almost making a good play, but you overextended. Might be getting punished now.
Oh, it's too late to kick that dwarf. I got this one, and hopefully this next one.
Dren, you're
Nope.
kicking all the pus. That's great. That's smart. Now you just
Sometimes
gotta
I
run
know
down
what I'm
all
doing.
that melee. Oh, the 6 archers can't defend the tro middle. Oh my god, really? Wow.
Flag captured.
Oh,
I
that's.
can't
that's
believe that middle collapsed so easily. It should have been safe for you to
He
leave.
just ran, really. I don't think he shot like once.
Man, that was a terrible defense by the Ratking middle.
And again, that's
Yeah.
because the 2-2 or the 3.
I mean, that's partially yes, but they also
If
should
one
have
person
defended
had
better.
that, it would have targeted it better, for sure.
Flag
So,
captured.
Dren, you're forced to like retreat, which you should have been able to run down a lot more Zerks there, but you couldn't because you have to come back in the middle now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That was
Flag
a really poor
captured.
defense. Like, fine, like lose middle, but that tro should be at half health at least right now.
Where the fuck is my tro? I can't see it
You're
anywhere.
by their tro now.
South.
Middle, south, east to middle, kind of.
I can't fucking see it anywhere.
Do you know where their tro is? It's not that far from it.
No, I have no
Middle,
idea.
like
Okay, yeah. No, I found it.
Eastwind's doing a really good job with the Tro. I don't know. Yeah, he shit the bed on the other two Tro maps. It might have been like what I said, like these more defensive Tro maps. He seems to do better on.
I can get weighted bad north.
Oh shit!
What's the game type? Flag rally. Okay.
Yeah, but Limp's got victory imminent already. Almost.
See, now I'm in a position where, like, what the fuck can I even do here?
Right.
At least I got the dwarf in one.
Oh,
throw.
you got the the dwarf in one hit.
But, like, I don't even have a fucking Tro health advantage
Rat's
here.
team has to figure out a way to rush down Genghis' archers, because that archer pack is just gonna freaking eat them alive otherwise.
With what? We've got nothing to rush.
I agree. You're right. Yeah.
Martha's archer's shooting the Trow right next to him. Look at there they go. What the heck?
Because he knows I'm a dodge king.
Oh,
I took one.
Your goal is like blocking your Tro, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
man, Limp's team's just got archers on all sides right here.
Okay, and now our entire flag defense should push into that.
Wow.
But
the percentages are somehow even, but it feels like Ratking's team is just like got nothing.
Oh, this game is already over.
Flag. Oh, now the percentages swung big time
Victory
somewhere.
imminent.
And Limp's team's got VI. About to lose the J-Man though. It's close. Yeah, Dren, you're gonna have to just pick a fight somehow and.
It's pairs coming.
It looks like that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, that was a big kick on that that warrior.
Yeah,
it didn't kill it.
I would not. Yeah, shit.
Flag captured.
Yeah, at this
Victory
point, I'm
imminent.
probably just so frustrated. Just like, what can I even fucking do here? I'm gonna try to heal my Tro as I fight, and I'm about to get surrounded and die. Yeah, I'm probably just like pissed off at this entire situation.
Yeah, they got a really nice round there.
Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like,
the other thing is like, I hate giving Troers no fucking fast melee support. Like, give the Troer 4 Zerks. Like, they're way more effective.
Oh, that flag's not gonna fuck with Demo again after that.
Where did your Tro go?
You got a good throw off there.
Oh, I got
Oh,
this.
you
I got
died.
him.
Right.
Yeah, I died, yeah, and I probably died on purpose, honestly. I think I just took that knowing it was over. And
Yeah, it was over. It was over.
Yeah. Yeah, us losing mid as badly as we did, like, how do you
Man,
do
that mid
no
collapsed
damage?
way too easily. Yeah, their
that
archers
was-
didn't even get in the fight and they were already dead. It was
Captured.
crazy.
Like, had they been able to defend a little better there, and I had free reign to stay with the flank I was on and run down all that melee, maybe a different story.
People always defend that when you have
Flag captured.
small melee and archers defending against a Tro. I see people fuck it up all the time. It's really simple. You have to keep the fucking Tro off of the fucking archers, and the melee need to die first. They hold the Tro in place while the Tro's kicking the melee. The archers get their damage. So
Yeah. So who had all our archers here? I know Kryptos looks like he had a pretty good game. He had 3 archers.
I think
expecting he did.
Gekko and Funk might have had their archers middle. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, so they had really bad games there.
Yeah, Gekko basically just ran once Eastwind.
Yeah, Kryptos, I'm assuming you did all your damage with non-archer units there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, why even get archers if you're gonna get that few and split them up that much? It just makes no sense to me.
That's for my dwarf, for one of the dwarves anyway.
We saw what a good game Ghengis was able to have with 6 archers by himself did. Like that, and that's the way it goes now. Like, anytime I team with Rat, which I think is pretty often these days, I pretty much always get the mid artillery. And if this was 2024 on this map, I guarantee, like, I probably would not have had that Tro. I would have had 6 archers mid and a dwarf and some melee or something. Like, basically what Limp did here. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating to see what these distributions look like this year.
This one totally bizarre. I can't recall any distribution.
Well, it happened a few times in this. Like, what was the other light map? Kadarn.
Yeah, true.
It was the same thing with, like, everybody having 3 archers each, which made no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that would happen today. I haven't seen that.
No, it wouldn't.
Since
And
previous games.
I've played a lot with rats since then, and that would never happen today. And I'm surprised it happened then, to be honest. I had no recollection of this whatsoever prior to watching this again, but he would not do that now. So I don't know if this was just like he was kind of in his infancy of captaining here, but I mean, he had been captaining for years at this point. Maybe this was kind of the first time he started taking on like a better roster. I could be wrong in that too. I'm not sure. But yeah, something went wrong here.
Well, I think part of it was none of us, at least I didn't, speak up. Like, what the hell is this?
And it just tells me that I probably didn't either, because I'm usually pretty vocal with this stuff when I'm on a team in regards to trades and whatnot. Like, I tend to voice my opinion pretty loudly. And this just tells me I didn't really have an opinion this year. I probably just showed up and played.
I got the same sense. We were just kind of going with the flow of whatever Rad wanted.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it was.
To be fair, I mean, the result at the end of the day is pretty much what I expected. I mean, that Limp roster was a lot stronger.
Limp just gave you a shout out at the end of the game. I don't know if you saw that. He just said GKJ predicted 5-2. He was right. In the chat.
Did I say? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you nailed it. But again, I feel with some better distribution. Like, I didn't have that much problem with the trades per se. It was the distribution mostly. I mean, there was definitely some interesting decisions with the trades too, but I think it was mostly the distribution that I had issue with.
The three archers primarily, it seems like, yeah.
Yes, exactly, and that happened two games.
2 games, yeah. And you guys were getting stopped all those late maps, yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think is the MVP for like Limp's team? And I guess the match overall.
Eastwind.
Yeah, I'd say Eastwind, and then Ghengis.
Asmo?
Mostly.
F. What do you guys think?
I mean, Eastwind though, he did good on the light, but on the Tro maps, so I don't know if I could put him as MVP.
So who else?
I mean,
well, he had Tro this map, but I mean, this map was pretty meaningless.
Yeah.
How many games did Trev play? I feel like Trev played good every game he was in, but I don't know if he played in the later games. That's a good point.
I forgot about Trev, yeah.
I didn't really pay attention, honestly, to individual performances overall.
I don't think anyone really stood out so much.
I'm actually just noticing that Kilgrath wasn't in this game.
He probably left after the match had been already decided, you know?
Yeah. I would say he would be our MVP. He had a great match.
I agree. I mean, just the 2 games you guys won, like, was on the back of his throwing, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm looking at the stats. I guess Trev played every game other than that last one where it was already decided. I mean, he had a 1.67 ratio. It's pretty freaking good.
Okay, what was Eastwind's?
He had the most damage. His ratio is 1.07.
Okay, so Trev had a much higher damage ratio. Okay, I was gonna say Eastwind, but I think the second vote, or like it's definitely number 2 candidate has got to be Trev. Yeah, one of those 2.
I mean,
looks like Cruniac had a really good match too. Honestly.
Oh, what was his damage ratio?
1.3, and his kill ratio was
Cruniac maybe in there too. Yeah.
Like Cruniac had a really good match.
Yeah, F brings up a good point. I was thinking the same thing. Like, Eastwind had some dominant, and he was kind of like had the most heavy hitting rolls, but like, yeah, he fucked up those 2 Tro maps pretty badly. So
it's hard to pay that much attention to stats. Like, yeah, they do tell somewhat of a story, but like, you can have 4 really good games and then just like have 1 really shit game where you lose a bunch of stuff like beyond your control, and it skews your stats so much that it's hard to really read into them too much.
Yeah, or you get really shitty unit distribution given to you, and they can't do anything.
Exactly.
The way I look at stats is like they need greater context. You can't just use them on their own. Yeah, that's how I always look at them.
Absolutely.
Like if Eastwind had amazing.
Way more too.
What was that, F?
Some maps are weighted way more, like dark maps.
Yeah.
Just more points. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like if Eastwind had amazing stats on that Poison Holiday or whatever, Flag Rally game or whatever it was, there's kind of no way he had good stats on the other Tro map because he kind of just Kilgrath just killed him pretty cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
But on that other Tro map, even if he had good stats there, I'd still say he like did bad because he wasn't really didn't do anything really meaningful, right? So
one thing stats don't really tell the story for, like, you can lose all your units and maybe you didn't have very important units and you killed a couple key units.
Right.
You get super negative ratios, but like you were able to kind of swing the game with like a really good pus that might not have killed anything, but it froze a bunch of shit and allowed other people to kill it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like sometimes your play just hands the damage to one of your teammates, and you're kind of like providing the assist essentially. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's no assist stat, unfortunately, in Myth. So
Yep.
Yep.
So final result 5-2. Yeah, I mean, props to Rat King's team and Kilgrath's throwing at least. My mind has changed about Kilgrath's throwing. I was wrong. Good. I concede defeat on that point.
Good.
So.
To my point there with the I just want to give an example when me and who the fuck did I do that with? Who did I do my Myth World Cup review with? Was that
WWO?
Wayward One, I think.
Yeah, Wayward One. Yeah, when we did that, we watched. I think it was one of your matches versus. I can't even remember. Is your team versus some other team
for 2024, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it was DE or QR or whatever, but F had a fucking fantastic match that didn't really show up in the stats, but was always in behind with like really clutch like small pusses and just like distracting, and like it was like super impactful, but like it wasn't reflected in the stats whatsoever, but it was like super impactful. And I gave F the match MVP based on that, because it was like game after game of just like small kind of subtle plays that just really didn't show up on the score sheet, but like really swung each game.
Yeah, F has the kind of uncanny ability to do that sometimes in the game.
But I literally, like, overall, I said in the match at the end of that analysis, I was like, that's my MVP right there, just because, you know, it made all the difference. So that's something looking at the stats will never tell you. You got to watch the games, and like even when we're watching these games, we're all like looking at different parts of the map, or we're focusing on one fight for a long time. We're missing a lot of shit that's going on. Unfortunately, you can't watch the entire game all at once. You know, you'd have to watch the same game over and over and focus on different fights, and we're always going to miss something. So there's probably a lot of key plays in there that we never even picked up on.
For sure. Yeah, no, when we watch these films, we definitely miss some stuff. I mean, it's hard to, because like the other thing is like, even if you get like 5 or 6 people watching the same film, everybody's eyeballs tend to be drawn to the same places, and like there could be something that everybody misses that happens, right?
It'd be interesting to do it a certain way if you had like 3 people doing the cast, for instance. Like one person focuses on a certain part of the map, and then you can draw the attention there. If you're like, holy shit, you got to see what's going on right now, you know, like.
Yeah, what I would really wish for is like if you could set up like split screens, you know, like maybe two split screens. You look in 2 spots at the same time or something like that. This is like the way you see in the esports like casting, you know, they have that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The way I've done it in some of my match analysis in the past, when I've done like solo ones, is I'd watch them in advance and like kind of keep careful note on shit like that, and like write down events and times, and then as I'm watching, I keep an eye on the clock, and then like go to certain parts of the map when I know something's coming up, so I can focus my attention on like a clutch play or something that otherwise I probably wouldn't have caught. But that takes a lot of time. Like, you know, you got to watch all the games in advance. Sometimes like watch it multiple times, take note of everything, and then do your cast. Like that's a big fucking commitment for an audience of 10 people that might actually watch or listen to this.
if that.
Yeah. So,
what do y'all think of Limp's capping? We talked a lot about Rat's capping, kind of pretty critical. Sorry, Rat, but Limp.
I generally don't have a problem with Rat's capping, but this particular match I wasn't not impressed with, and I don't remember what the communication was like. He's pretty good with like giving direction in game and calling and stuff. Generally, he's pretty vocal as a captain, but
I
Yeah, felt like-
actually did disagree a little bit. My experience with him as captain, he has not been vocal nearly enough is what I've seen. But maybe he was back then. I don't know. I didn't start listening to what he was some of his voice comms until later years. But
I think he starts out giving directions to everybody, but after that, there's not a lot of guidance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
That might be. More
yeah,
accurate,
he has a plan. He has a plan in the start of the game, and to his credit, like that's great. Like he does better than 90+% of people because at least he has that. Which a lot of teams don't even have that. So
just the fact
credit.
that he's willing.
Yeah, he puts in the effort.
To do it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
very few people will like.
Yeah, I just really and I wish he was here. I tried to get him on. I messaged him a few times, but if he keeps he's got potential to be a lot better as a captain. There's a lot of room for improvement there. And he's almost there. Like he could be like it just pains me because like he's halfway there and like we don't have enough good captains in this game, and like he's the next closest like captain that could be really.
Nobody's
really
willing to do it. Like there's part of me that would love the captain, but it would take me out of the game.
Well, that's why I want him to do it because he's at least been willing to do it sometimes, right? So yeah, no, absolutely. But I've seen he's got a plan. I like that. Just like after the game starts, though, like I don't see enough communication from him typically.
Yeah,
if you can see like. Rat, if you're listening to this later, like if you just listen to the difference in voice comms between, say, like what you'll see on MIT's voice chat with me and LSO compared to what your teams are doing, like there's a big difference there in the voice comms coming out from LSO and I. Like we're talking a lot, and that in the last 5 or so years, we've really seen the importance of that take off in the big team games and MWCs. It's really been crucial.
Also, Rad, if you're listening, stop splitting archers
3 ways, three archer squads. Yeah,
it just doesn't work, and also don't give me Tro. Unless I specifically ask for it.
Yeah, I mean, and to Rat again, like, if I'm critical, it's only because I want you to do better. Like, it's because I see potential. Like, if I don't give a shit about a player, I don't see any potential there, I wouldn't talk that much about him. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man, I genuinely enjoy teaming with Ratking. I mean, that's why I've done it so much in the last several years. Like. I enjoy that entire squad that we usually get together. It's a good time.
Yeah. I think he puts together fun teams, and
I think
got a fun vibe to him and stuff. Yeah.
I'll have to take a look. Was it this year? We had some games that went so fucking well that like it just kind of showed me like what could be. I gotta go to tournaments and see what's the latest with World Cup 2024. I don't think it was in the finals. It was on, I want to say, like, what's that map with a bunch of water and concrete? The fuck is it called? Rock and Ruin. Okay, it wasn't the finals. What match would that have been? Was that this year? I feel like it was this year.
Draft tournament, maybe? Didn't you guys team in that?
Oh, maybe. Was there a draft tournament recently?
Yeah. Was it right after Mithril Cup?
Oh, I'm not seeing it in the...
It's on the Bagrata. It's not on Gate of Storms.
Oh. So there wouldn't be a stats page showing which ones are played?
There is, I think.
Yeah, there's one.
It seems like a lot of work.
Right here. I'll give it to you.
What does Bagrata look like again in Discord? Okay, here it is. Man, I'm so out of the loop right now. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm also a little drunk.
I'll just note also, like, talking about this upcoming MWC, I hope to see Ratking captain a team. Asmo and I were talking about it earlier because our teams are kind of formed
Oh,
up for the most part.
surely he
And
will.
we need a good third team. That's usually we need Ratking to kind of. Or if Ratking's not going to do it, I don't know. I hope somebody else does it. We need there's the players there for a good third team. We just need somebody to organize it. So. And if I again, like if somebody wants help capping the third team, like I would love to coach somebody who wants to become better as a captain. I did it with Shad even. I mean, if I can do it for Shad, I'll do it for anybody. You know what I mean? Like so the help is there if people are just, they want to help to learn how to captain, like there's plenty of support there. So
yeah. You're right, Asmo was the draft tournament. It was actually against your team.
Yeah,
it was round 3. No, shit. Maybe it wasn't against your team.
What was so important about this game, Adren, that you're talking about?
It was more about the match. It was just this match that kind of stands out for me, and I remember that game in particular where we had. That game I think was my strategy. I did a lot of stratting for this draft tournament, and Rat also did a lot as well, but he captained everything. And I just remember we actually did have really good communication.
Okay, all right.
And this game in particular was against was Clank's team. Clank captained, and we just like fucking destroyed them. I had a huge game, but just like the teamwork and like the certain calls, like this person go over here, and like it just all clicked, and the entire match I think went really well. And it was kind of like a must win for us to advance in the tournament or something like that. Yeah, it was like an important match. We prepared for it well. Ratking captained well. We executed, and I just think like he's definitely got the potential.
Yeah, no, I agree. Was it you and Rat kind of doing most of the shot calling in that match then, or?
Let me look at our roster here. I think I did quite a bit. Paris was also on the team.
Okay, Paris, yeah, he helps with shot calling
too. Yeah, Paris is really he's really good vocally.
Yep.
Who else was on the roster here? Donsky was on the roster. He was pretty good.
Okay.
We had Monty.
Monty's quiet. Okay. Monty's quiet for sure.
Yeah, but I think he was vocal when he needed to be.
Yeah.
He'll say something when he needs to be heard.
We had Monty on the podcast twice, and we were always trying to get him to talk more.
Yeah, I think
he's too chill. He's like a super fucking chill dude. It's like, Jesus.
I think between me and Paris and Rat and Donsky, we were all kind of calling together, and Donsky was more vocal than I remember him being. He was I remember this map in particular just because it went so well, the Rack and Ruin one. And Donsky made a couple calls that were like fucking clutch, and he had some good plays there. And that game just went so smoothly, and I think that entire match went really smooth for us.
I think people are surprised. I was actually, I think the first or second time we had Donsky on the podcast, and he said he's actually pretty competitive, and I was like, what? Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was that competitive, but it's true. Like if you think about it, he can't. It's got to be with the right group of people, I think, to really get him invested, which is true probably of almost anybody, right? I mean, anybody needs.
It's kind of weird that it was with the draft tournament, like it's not a team that you like choose to be on. So,
but if you can get the investment from him, if you ask him to do that, he will step up.
And I find it always depends on like your role in the match too. If you're in a really like mobile role where like fast moving unit and you can't really take your eye off the prize, it's kind of hard to call. But I remember that game in particular, Donsky was on Souls and he was kind of like stationed mid, and he made some great calls. And I think that's a position where you can literally like just leave your units in one position holding a hill and like look around a little more and be a little more vocal. And I don't know.
So wrapping up real quick about MWC 16 here, what did you all? I want to ask two questions. First, I can't remember if I asked this already. What did y'all think of Limp's capping? In particular,
You did ask that,
Did
but
I
I don't
get
think
ask that?
any of us answered you. I
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
got
I
really
don't.
like side.
Yeah, I didn't
We
feel
got
anybody.
sidetracked.
Compare and contrast it with 2020 as well, because that was like the next time we saw him cap. What do you guys?
It's
think?
hard to have input on this because I don't think I've ever been captained by Limp.
Really?
But
okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on a Limp roster. Like I've teamed with him a lot on NC, obviously, but I don't think I've ever been
I guess
captained
that makes
by him.
sense. He didn't really captain that much, so yeah, it makes sense.
I think he's captained enough that it's surprising that I've never
Sure,
been
that's
captained
true.
by him. But
he never did it for NC, right? Which has been like the only times you've ever teamed with him.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It looks like he did pretty well with it. I didn't really see what the communication was like, but it seemed okay. I guess if they were just using text in game, it was fine.
Yeah.
It felt like a way slower, less coordinated version of 2020.
Yeah.
Similar kind of trades.
Yeah, maybe he became more refined over those years.
I mean, I don't know if you remember in 2020 F, but in the quarter rounds we were playing pretty passive, and I think it was Ku that called us out. And like Chad's like, "Why are you guys playing so passive?" And we sort of switched, and we're like, "Okay, yeah, we're right. We're losing to teams that we shouldn't be losing to," and we started playing really aggressive after that point.
Okay, so there might have been already that tendency that we kind of saw the early seeds of in this match as well. Yeah. But sounds like you guys corrected it though later in 2020.
How do you guys remember these? Like, which year was which? And like, I have no idea. I could not. If you named a year outside of like the early NC teams, if you named a year, I couldn't tell you if I was even in that tournament.
Yeah.
Let alone which team I played for.
We haven't done nearly as much drugs as you have, Adren. I mean,
that's fair, but like I had no idea I was even in this tournament, let alone in the finals, and like I have to look on Gate of Storms just to see if I even played. I have no fucking idea year to year. I can barely tell you which team. Like I just confused the draft tournament with Myth World Cup. Like I have no idea. Tournament to tournament, it's just it all blends together. Do a mishmash.
Just kind of have to agree with Limp. Just overall had better trades for those maps and overall better distribution as well.
I've heard he's a pretty decent captain. I have no first-hand experience, but like.
Well, I used to strat with. There was one with World Cup. Him and I made all the strats. I don't know what year that
Proof
was.
is in the pudding. He won this one with what I consider better strategy and distribution. So he's got that.
He had a better roster, I think, too. But yeah, sure.
Yeah, you could say that, but like, I really think it was the trades and distribution that made a big difference because like the games. Yeah, I don't know. There was some games there that I think we lost the game before it even started.
I felt the most useless ever from these games. In every game it seemed like I was absent from the action and everything. In addition to the weird unit distribution, I didn't feel effective. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard to be effective with some unit groups too, like we saw in that last game.
And those happen to be the games that we lost.
Yeah, if your players don't feel effective, like right off the bat, like immediately in the game with their squad and right away first contact with the enemy, that's usually a sign of a bad strategy. So
yeah, I'm generally a fan of like having a plan in advance, posting the strat, the trade, and asking people like what group of units are you most comfortable with, and you kind of establish your roles that way. Like I've made it pretty clear on any team I've been on lately, at least like if there's fetch on the map, I want fetch. If there's archers on the map, I want archers. And like if more people did that, you could kind of like divvy it up and give people what they want, or like, I really love gall packing, so this is your gall packer from now on. And if you start performing the same role every match, kind of every game, you got like that set role, like that kind of becomes your identity and you embrace it, and you can kind of you learn the ins and outs of it, and if you make a mistake one game, you can correct it the next because you got the same kind of unit set. Whereas if you keep getting different unit sets, you're like, well, I can't really like change what I did last game to improve this game because it doesn't apply anymore, So
Dak joins us. Hello, Dak.
Oh no, fuck! I should have left before he got here. I am not sticking around. It's quarter after.
You should have gone to bed.
You're not fucking sucking me in like you did last time. You kept me online till like 2 in the fucking morning when I said I had to leave like 3 hours before that.
Bro, we know you're the one who does all this. It's all good.
God damn it! I'm calling it a night right now. I shit you not. Remember last time I said I wanted to go play AoE 2? I fucking want to do that right now. I haven't played it all today. I just want one game. And if I keep talking, if Dak fucking keeps talking, I'm not going to play at all. And I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to go to bed pissed off and have a bad sleep. And I'm just going to blame Dak for everything.
And then you're going to drink more and get more pissed off. That's like, oh, we can't let it happen.
I am going to drink more. I'm going to pour another glass right now.
So before Adren goes, Dak, or maybe since Adren is going, rather, what do you think about Adren, Dak?
Yeah. Tell me what you think of me, Dak.
Sorry, what do I think of Adren? Like, human being Adren?
Yeah, just because he said he's going to go, so, just start talking shit about him,
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna stick around for this. Let's fucking hear it. Let me hear it.
I mean, look, man. Like in terms of my oldest myth friends, I wish Damon was still around. That
fuck you.
I love that guy though.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's see what else. PG was better, definitely. Like not even close.
Yeah. Nice.
Suck my dick. I'll email him right now.
Hit him where it hurts.
Go on.
No, that's about it. No, I don't have a lot of shit to talk anyway. So
yeah, okay, whatever.
No, I saw you guys are still on. I'm actually on a long drive right now, so figured I would.
You haven't been listening the whole time?
No, like
the stream's been down.
Oh, there's no stream. Oh, okay. I was talking mad shit about you earlier.
It's recorded. It'll go up in a little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Don't listen to that.
I mean, I'll listen to it. It's all good.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, I'm sorry in advance. I didn't mean any of it. I was drunk.
No, I meant every all word. Of it, dude. Yeah.
I meant every word. Yeah.
I know what's up, man. I know what's up.
Mm-hmm. That's about all. I actually don't even remember what I said about you.
Asmo, were you trying to say something earlier about limbs capping? Saw your mic going in a little bit.
I mean, I don't remember the specifics of that. I mean, I only played 2 games, but in general with Limp, like more recently in 2020, I remember better is his best asset, in my opinion, is he's pretty vocal. He communicates and tries to set up plays. His trades could use work. He was pretty artillery heavy there. A lot of mixed squads and stuff, but his communication is very good as a captain.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Do you think he got better in 2020? Or was it about the same?
I mean, I wasn't really on this team that just won, I jumped in for the final. I don't really have a strong input, but 2020 he talked a lot. He coordinated things.
Well, you did watch the films at least from this that we just watched. I don't know.
I'd say he got better in 2020.
Yeah, I think if anything, he put more effort in 2020.
Yeah, right? I mean, 2020 we were pretty hard committed. Everyone was playing on that team. During the COVID years, a lot of people weren't even working or working from home. So
yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, for sure.
Everyone was on voice too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys didn't use voice this year in 2016, rather.
I have a quick question. Since I wasn't around for the recording, was Adren on Limp's team that year?
For 2016, no. Dren played against Limp.
I've never been on Limp's team, to my knowledge.
Well, you're on NC.
Limp was around NC a lot, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've never been on
team captain by Limp.
That Limp captained. Unless maybe, I don't know, maybe I was on a team, a draft team with him, but I don't know. I don't think so either.
Okay, bro, I love you, man, but I'll be the one to come out and say it. That's +1 ball for Limp's capping. For avoiding the fucking grenade that is Adren on the team.
Oh shit!
No, that's
Shots
a fair
fired.
point. No, that's a fair point. He's not wrong there. I think. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever teamed with you, Dak.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just figured I'd jump on and talk some shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Have we ever teamed? Other than
No,
like,
that's why I got ranked.
That's weird.
Who has no more MWC rings? Dak or Trent?
I don't know how many I have. I think I've got.
I'm just trying to stir the pot.
That's the question, though. Do you know how many I have?
No. Like legit, I'm guessing it's me.
It might be. I don't know. Like I've got two.
Who's heavy hit on more MWC winning teams, though, right? Like that'd be a big fat zero for me.
yeah.
I've got two
I
that I know
poorly controlled
NC.
all defense for most of those series.
Have I won any other MWC outside of NC teams? I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Dak, you kind of heavy hit for the other team last MWC finals. Pretty good. So.
Yeah, we needed more Dak heavy hitting, and maybe the result would have been different.
Who won last Myth World Cup?
My primary job last Smith World Cup was to tell LSO to calm the fuck down. That was pretty much it.
yeah, he got a little tilted there with wings. I think one time. Yeah.
Just a little.
yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff. Just to wrap up about Limp, like what I noticed, well, it's interesting that you guys mentioned that Ku called out you guys in 2020 about being too passive, because that made me think about is he exhibiting is there some similarities there with Raziel? Like Raziel was like the epitome of like being way too passive, right? Like to extreme degrees. And I wouldn't quite say it was that extreme. I can't really say it's like Raziel level, because whenever Raziel was this extreme passive, like you would always see his teams get pinned on their side of the map. Like, and that didn't happen. It was more like a stalemate across neutral lines on the map for them. Well, except for that one Tro map, King of the Map, like game 3 or 4, I think it was. They got kind of, it's like 7-2 flags pretty early, like for a good several minutes of the game. That was kind of bad, but I wouldn't. Yeah. They were down on flags like right away, and the percents were even and everything. Is kind of weird, but I saw Limp make one bad call, but they didn't commit to the call, and at least the team didn't commit to it, which was when he asked for everybody to push that west on the Poison Holiday Tro map, game 2, I think. That was a bad call, but they didn't commit to it. That wasn't the reason they lost, and I'll just say, he's a good captain. He's a good shot caller, like you guys were saying. His shot calling is his strength. He definitely still out-traded Ratking in this match, but I'm not sure that's like it's whatever. Like it's sure he out-traded and out-distributed. He does an okay job at that. I don't think he's like top tier at that necessarily. Shot calling pretty good. But like a little slow still in like kind of coordinating stuff. You guys said that in 2020 maybe you guys got more aggressive and faster at that. So maybe you got better in 2020. Could be.
I'm just going to throw out there, I think the player rosters kind of has an influence on the captain's decisions. Like, it's easier for Limp, like East when you're getting the Tro. Like, I think Limp had an easier time in deciding who got what roles than Rat had. Look what he did with the distribution. Rat seemed to not really know what to give who, what. So I think that was part of it anyway.
Limp had definitely better trades too, but yeah, also the distributions were like more. I don't think I saw any of the squads that Limp designed as like incoherent, right? Like they seem to make sense at least.
Right, so. They're consistent. The same roles to the same people.
That was the big disparity for me in this match, for sure, was just the roles and distribution and understanding that. I don't know. It's a weird one for me. Watching this was just like, what the fuck were we even thinking? Like,
apparently we didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. I must not have said anything because I guarantee if this happened anytime within the last few years, I would have been like very vocal about like, no, take all the units back and redo it because this is not going to work. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of already mentioned what I was surprised by, mostly just how poorly Limp's team did on those 2 Tro maps. That was really unexpected. Of course, it's hard to be like super consistent. I guess in general, I would have expected more close games in this series. I felt like there was only like maybe one close one. It was like very back and forth, like stomping one side over the other in every game. It felt like to me.
Say, of all the ones I've casted so far with you guys, this has been like the most underwhelming to watch.
Yeah.
I just wasn't excited about this because like it just felt like rabble games from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I remember playing and feeling like this is really boring.
See, I don't remember playing this at all. Like at all. There's nothing in that happened that I was like,
exciting.
2016 probably wasn't a strong year in general. As we mentioned, you guys, you missed it, Adren, but we were talking about how like this year, the way the format was, which was from Paris, Paris was TO in 2016. Everybody could join 3 teams. So
what?
Yeah, you could join multiple teams this year. So like, you notice how Asmo only joined the last couple games. Like, he actually had another team called Boomtown that. Only once that team got eliminated did he start like fully or participating more on Limp's team because he was on more than one team. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I remember it. You might not, but yeah.
I have a question for you, GKG. Was this the year that we refused to participate in the tournament?
Oh yeah.
And we were trying to do the All-Star match instead. Was that this year?
Yeah, Dak. Let me ask you. I don't remember if you were involved in that at all.
Motherfucker.
But yeah.
No, this is a huge point here. I just am actually realizing that I was also on a different team. I'm looking at the rosters here.
Yep.
I was on I don't know if it was Team Insert or POR.
Yeah, everybody was on 2 or 3 teams, something like that. Yeah.
I see I'm captaining.
Yeah, maybe you captained a team too.
Limp, Ska, Donsky, Paris, TB, and Eastwind on my team in this match. What the fuck?
Dak, to answer your question, yes, this was that year. We had talked about it at the very beginning of the podcast. Like I basically refused to play in the tournament. I was kind of like trying to boycott was the word I was looking for earlier. I was trying to like boycott the tournament. And,
hold on a sec. What is going on here? I captained an entire match.
Yeah.
This is bizarre, and it looks like we dominated the entire match. This is fucked. I haven't seen a game that we've lost. This is versus LSO's team.
Well, you guys got eliminated somehow, right? So
I guess. I don't know, but I'm seeing a game right now where we destroyed them 4 versus 6, and it looks like I captained and heavy hit every game.
So Dak, I remember I refused to participate in this NWC. Did you also? I can't remember.
Yeah, Limp was trying to get me to join the team, and he was saying he was gonna put together an all-star team to go up against whatever the TMNT version is going to be that year. And then he was kind of saying he was going to boycott the tournament, then not, then saying, oh, why not try to win both? And
Right. Oh,
there was some of that going on behind the scenes, but like, I don't know, man.
Interesting.
I remember being upset with Paris being the TO.
And you and me both.
I'm going to put a link. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, if you can join 3 different teams, like, of course they're going to feel like rabble games, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, yeah.
I just put a link in the chat. Check this match out. I captained every team and fucking dominated. Look at the stat line in this match.
Well, your team's a lot stronger, I think, than their team too. But yeah.
I guess LSO is probably in his infancy there, but we blanked him 5-0. I captained every game, and I more than doubled.
I mean, look at those rosters, Adren. Your team is way stronger.
I know, but look at my stats in this game. I killed 109 and 39, captaining every team, every game. and we were like undermanned playing like 4 versus 5, 4 versus 6. This might have been one of my greatest performances ever.
No, Adrian, the one other thing that really is important that you need to remember back in 2016 is this is when LSO's mom and I were fighting a lot, and I kept grounding him and yelling at him mid-game. So,
man.
Yeah, fair enough. Jesus Christ, I was a monster in this match. What happened?
You got to lay down the discipline that year, Dak?
I mean, it was going south, and I didn't want the poor boy growing up in one of those high conflict households. Thought it would save him, but we've all seen how he's turned out. I just did too little, too late.
Oh man,
I have zero recollection of this. It looks like I captained every match for this team insert.
Dak, it's interesting what you said about Limp. So he was already looking to take out our team. He was trying to put together an all-star team, you said, to take out whatever the TMNT team was. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if he was putting it together or if he was joining us for that one. I remember him trying to get me to play in the MWC, and I didn't want to. And I remember just wondering, why the fuck is he participating in it? I thought that we would have more fun in the all-star match. And it was, like you said, it was boycotting the Paris tourney, basically, right? That was my motivation back then.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get other people to join in on it, to try to do the all-star match.
Yeah, me too. And to be fair, it was probably, I might have some regrets about doing that. I'm glad this MWC 16 got played. We still played our little alternative. It was an all-star, it wasn't just one match, Dak. I don't know if you remember. It was actually 3 matches.
I do remember that now.
Yeah. It was like an alternative MWC finals series. It was 3 matches.
The whole drama surrounding that. Yeah, vaguely recall that. That was this year. Okay.
I'm glad both got played at least. So
what a fucking weird format, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get the premise of it.
Yeah, it was the only year that's ever been done, so it's kind of
just
weird.
to get people a little more active and get more teams, and I can also see why it failed. But...
Yeah. Well, the other thing to remember too is that drama. People roll their eyes at drama, but I think Asmo will appreciate this too. Drama will get people kind of coming back for a little bit once in a while too, so it can be a good thing.
That was my point earlier. I said
a certain kind of drama. I think it's got to be. It can't be just Psalm level toxic, fucking. It's just gonna scare everybody away.
Yeah. It wasn't really that way, though. It was more clashing powers or whatever for it that year.
Yeah.
The MWC still happened. It was kind of just like every other fucking year. This is the last year of Myth, guys, right? MWC will never happen again after this one. We've been saying that Myth is officially dead for years, and it really felt like
years, decades.
Now it's an actual year. You're right. So it really felt that way. And, it caused a lot of drama. It kept people kind of intrigued at what was going on, I guess. I wasn't thinking in those terms at that time, right? I was legit fuck Paris. I don't want to join one of his tournaments, That was where I was at the time. So, I don't know. I'm happy that MWC happened too, don't get me wrong. But I didn't regret not participating.
No, yeah, I don't regret not participating either. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what I was saying about the regret was because you were talking about trying to instigate others to not play. I did that too, and that part I might regret. I shouldn't try to tell other people not to play. If they want to play, go fucking play. So.
Well, I think that it started as saying we don't want Paris as CEO and trying to find literally anybody else to do it. And then people kind of went along with it, and I think that the idea was if people would refuse to play for Paris as a TO, then we could pick a different TO and have a more sane format.
Yeah.
I think that was
the idea.
So again, best of intentions with all that shit, right?
True,
but it wasn't, but it was, I'm sure on some level it was petty, but I don't know. There have been some really weird MWC experiences over the years that make you go, well, maybe the TO really does matter after all.
It matters to some degree. I was saying earlier, I really felt like I wanted to get away from having this centralized authority figure of TO in these later MWC years after Grimm kind of stepped away. Because Grimm really took that approach very heavily, but in the time period between when Grimm started TOing and when he stopped TOing, the number of teams was drastically reduced, like maybe by almost an order of magnitude. So it like at a certain point, like the number of teams gets so small that the teams that are left playing matter more than the one TO that's supposed to organize everything. If there's only like 8 teams, a TO doesn't matter as much compared to when there was 100 teams, right? So
it's really got to be by committee these days.
Yeah, and the committee should be the captains of especially the top teams, like especially like top 4 at least. Like that's the core of what makes MWC happen. So they all need to be involved.
It seems like this year is being run by one sec. Oh fuck me. Apparently, there's a committee this year. I didn't realize I was part of it.
Yeah, I put you in there. Asmo wanted you in. So
no, there's no committee. It's just Asmo, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a real committee. I just want other people to. I mean, I want you guys to pick maps because I've been picking maps for a very long time, so it's a good change.
I had no idea until I got that message, but like I'm happy to pick maps because some people seem to pick really shit maps, and I feel like I will not be one of them. Oh man, I'm like choking on something right now.
Let's move to wrap this up. But before we wrap it up,
wow,
like one last thing.
I just set that up. Dak, you got nothing?
I know.
I had it. I'm driving though, so I was gonna let that one pass.
Like I regretted that as soon as I said that, and then nobody fucking said anything. So weird. Okay.
No, I was gonna ask if Iron Fist was visiting again, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, the thought crossed my mind, but
I should message that guy. I would love to get him back playing.
So
one of these days.
One final thought, just about like, was there anything that surprised you guys about this MWC before we kind of wrap it up here?
Just Rats
from like watching the films. Anything that surprised you?
Rats distributions surprised me.
Rats distributions.
Okay. Yeah. I think
I'm not surprised with it, but I think it surprised you that Kilgrath was quite good with Tro.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
didn't surprise me at all. I would expect that. I got nothing else.
You got anything, Asmo?
Not really. There's some names in the finals that we hadn't seen before. So, Garrick, Trevelyan, Demolition. So there's some names I didn't remember that played in it.
Billy Garrick, I think we might have had him on like NC rosters in the finals at some point. Maybe. I could be misremembering that, but I feel like we had some of the No Mercy guys, usually a couple of them, on some of those rosters.
Yeah, we mentioned this is like the last year, either this year or maybe 2017 was the last year we saw a lot of these names. Rawr, Kilgrath, a lot of them disappeared around this time. Garrick, I think, too.
Oh, was that the point there? Did I totally miss that?
Maybe. Yeah.
I thought he said it was like the first time he saw them in the finals.
Yeah, I mean,
well, it is. I think it is the first time. What other? They might have been in 2015. Some of them might have been in 2015, I guess. But those are the only years I can think of that they were in final. 2017, maybe we.
I feel like Garrick was on NC rosters back in the day in the finals at some point. I feel.
Yeah,
maybe
he might have been, but
if he was
this might have been Funk's first year, maybe Argos.
Funk for sure, yeah. Was surprised to see Funk there. Yeah.
If Garrick was on the rosters, he didn't play in the finals because we've watched him.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Garrick previously on the years we covered.
Again, like I have no recollection of almost any tournament ever, so I'll leave that to you guys. Whatever I say is just like, you know what? I've gone from sober to like pretty drunk since we started this. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
How was the level of play in the finals? Did it seem like a down year?
Yeah, kind of. It was kind of sloppy.
Somewhat.
Limp's team looked perfectly fine outside of the 2 games they lost, which were Tro maps. They really shit the bed like super hard. Otherwise, like I would have said, like their team played as expected. It was like really unusual how hard they shit the bed those 2 games though. So
I feel I had a horrible match.
What was that, F?
It felt weak overall. I thought for Limp's whole team, like it felt kind of underperformed.
Even on the
I feel
even on the light
everybody
maps,
did.
because you felt like it was too slow even on the light maps, F, or what?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I don't feel it was strong from either captain really. Like either side.
I feel
felt very weak.
I feel like this era in general, like 2016, 2015, around that time, was probably one of the least active eras of Myth too. Like we were just like barely holding the community together.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance like people just were not playing all year outside of just these matches. Like there's probably hardly any activity like during the week between these matches. So I gotta assume during this period, like everybody's pretty fucking rusty. We play this one match on the weekend once a week for a couple months, and that's like pretty much it. So I'd assume like skill levels not very high at this point. Everybody's pretty rusty. Nobody's active, so that might be what we're witnessing here.
Well, you also had a team that was in the finals or winning the finals, not participating, right? So it's awesome that, like, other people, like, I'm not trying to take anything away from people who made it to the finals that year, but it's good that some other people got a chance to go in there on the finals too and make their way in. That might be why you're seeing faces too, right? Like people who would be on the third best team or something like that making it in.
You're saying deck because full TMNT didn't form a roster. They were the previous champions. It kind of left a void for other players to get in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to take anything away from the guys who made it there, right, in those years, but I think that would explain why, you're seeing new players there.
I think one of the things that affected the play in that finals, why people said it felt like a little rabble, is because, we saw 11 or 10 different players on each team playing those finals, and I know the rosters were a lot bigger than that, so there's probably not much consistency with the rosters throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people they probably
didn't have chemistry. Yeah, they probably didn't have chemistry. Those probably weren't the teams.
There was no chemistry. We could see that. There was no chemistry on really either team for that match, I feel.
Yeah.
Were any players on both teams if you could register for more than one?
Probably.
You had to pick one primary, and that if your two teams that you were on both teams played each other, you had to play for the primary. I believe is the way it was set up.
After you said that, I looked at the one team I was captaining, and Limp was on that team. So me and Limp did actually team in this tournament, but I was the captain. Right. So weird.
F, was there anything that surprised you about this match after watching it?
No. Like I said, it just felt weak. The throwing was that the one thing that did surprise me was like the throwing. There was no, compared to what you would see now, there was no like throw working with fetch or really any.
No arty support. Yeah.
Battles.
Sometimes even seeing like bear tro with no melee support even, yeah.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird to me how much this game is like advanced even since this time with so little activity outside of tournaments.
So you see Adren how it's advanced since then, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Which is weird because like I would have considered just like peak skill to be well before this, but I'd say strategy and teamwork and stuff has improved greatly since.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about a lot in these episodes, and we totally agree with that as well. Like,
I would have put skill.
A lot of people are in denial about that, maybe, but like, I think they really need to parse out the difference between BC skill, which is I think what they tend to think about, and like the team strategy aspect, which is totally different, right? So
yeah, I'd say like BC skill probably peaked around like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, me too. I would agree. Yeah,
and definitely. I think the other side of it is like still like increasing every year almost.
Totally agree.
Makes any sense.
Totally agree. Yeah. Any final comments before we close out, guys?
Before I leave, I just want to say fuck you, Dak, and good seeing you guys again. Yep, it's been a blast. Yep. Has Dak left already? Did I just waste that?
No, he's driving probably. That's all. He
Yeah,
hears us.
okay. Well,
Any
I think
other
we
comments, guys? We good?
I got nothing.
Asmo?
Underwhelming.
Yeah, I was gonna
final.
say underwhelming just keeps coming to mind for grand finals anyway. That was probably the most underwhelming that I can recall.
I don't know if it's the most underwhelming. Asmo, do you think it's the most underwhelming? I think it's in the top 3 for sure, but as far as underwhelming, but
relative to the time, right? Because if you want to go back to like the OGs, like it's a completely different game. Where they're
Yeah, it really is.
okay, yeah,
we're
not talking about like MWC 2000 or 99 or something.
The recent ones, I mean, 15 wasn't great. I think
15 was hey, I accept full responsibility for how bad 15 was. I was dog shit in 2015. Fucking awful. Yeah.
The score was at least close though, so I'd put a little bit above this one, even though the play was probably not that great either. So yeah, I mean, I think it was just probably back to back like low points and competitive myth for finals, and I don't remember the reason for that, but there probably was a reason.
That might have just been like this kind of era in general. If you're saying like 2015 was pretty bad too, 2016 is pretty bad. I imagine 2017 was probably pretty shit. When did it start getting good again?
2018 when NP reformed. Yeah. That was Asmo and I talked about this. 2018, I think of all the MWCs we watched so far, which we've almost watched them all at this point. We're getting down to the nitty gritty with these podcast episodes of the MWC finals. 2018 was the strongest year actually that we saw. Kind of crazy, which is actually totally surprising. We did not remember it that way at all. I thought I did actually pretty bad that year, but
I'm just looking at the finals stats for 2018 and like top to bottom, pretty good group of players. You don't have any weak players in there except for Dak. Dak's the only one there. I'd just be like, holy shit, what's he doing amongst this roster of names? I can barely even talk anymore, guys. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we get the point. You're good.
All right.
Why is he not saying anything back? What the
he's
fuck?
busy. Don't get him in a fucking accident, dude. Like shit.
Starting to get angry. The anger's coming out.
Yeah. He's gonna road rage on somebody else. Poor bastards.
All right, let's wrap it up there. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for everybody listening still. Until next time.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Nobody joined. Nobody's listening.
Okay, nobody's listening. Nobody joined.
It's not a stream, right?
Well, this is for us to watch like 20 years from now.
They'll be listening to it later, maybe. So, anyway.
I think you might be overestimating your audience here. But,
I definitely am. But
this might
have
been for our benefit.
There's one
this
person.
Might have been entirely for our benefit.
It was mostly for our benefit. Yes, this is absolutely
fair
true.
enough.
Okay. All right. Peace out, everybody. See ya.
Yep.
All right. Later.
Have a good night. Ciao.
Ciao.